My girl, you a walking trophy. Yeah, your friends them a walking trophy. Tell a girl say, girl you know say you're pretty from your band. Walk out, girl you not try hard. Them girl they not pretty in a real life. You're pretty from the grandma, you're pretty in a real life. Your body look good, set right, set right. You think don't know pussy well tight, well tight. Body clean and a cellulite, and your skin just a glow like pepper light. Smile show you pretty dimple, your teeth white. You not feel weird, name brand for your look right. Fashion over jeans, grip the ass tight. You're pretty from the grandma, you're pretty in a real life. You a walking trophy. You a walking trophy. My girl, you a walking trophy. Tell your friends them a walking trophy. Girl, you know say you're pretty from your band. Walk out, girl, you not try hard. Them girls they not pretty in a real life. You're pretty from the grandma, you're pretty in a real life. Your body look good, set right, set right. You think don't know pussy well tight, well tight. Body clean and a cellulite, and your skin just a glow like pepper light. You have a muggle pass some girl, walk out pan some girl. Your skin smooth while sun burn up some girl, I want to some girl, but pretty girl nah argue with broke girl. Me well clean everything level up girl. Some of them money I crush on Wednesday, but me live on your man mind every day, every day. So I'm gonna forget your body done, girl. You forget your body done. I know nothing if you get your body done. Forget your body done, it's your body done. Some of them ugly body pop down, girl. Them body pop down. So I'm gonna forget your body done. Forget your body done, get your body done. Girl, you know say you're pretty from your band. Walk out, girl, you not try hard. Them girls they not pretty in a real life. You're pretty from the grandma, you're pretty in a real life. Your body look good, set right, set right. You think don't know pussy well tight, well tight. Body clean and a cellulite, and your skin just a glow like pepper light. Girl, you're pretty in a real life. You're beautiful in a real life. And a real some girl, you know see them when them wake up. Cause them ugly without makeup. Face over beat and cake up. Them cheap can afford my cake up. You a walking trophy. You a walking trophy. My girl, you a walking trophy. Tell your friends them a walking trophy. Girl, you know say you're pretty from your body. Walk out, girl, you not try hard. Them girls they not pretty in a real life. You're pretty from the grandma, you're pretty in a real life. Your body look good, set right, set right. You think don't know pussy well tight, well tight. Body clean and a cellulite, and your skin just a glow like pepper light. Me a walking trophy. Me a walking trophy. Tell a girl me a walking trophy. Me and my friends them a walking trophy. You're my pretty in a real life. My beautiful in a real life. In a real life. Celebrity.
Welcome to our fabulous channel. Choose your reality.
Hey. Oh, you're muted.
Hey everybody, welcome to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel and this is my reality. We have the beautiful, lovely, creative solutions here with us tonight.
Hi, everybody. Who is in the house? We got Vogue C in the house.
In the building. Mm-hmm.
Love a girl gang.
Okay. Gang. Gang. So we have some, I feel like, decent topics tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Probably some controversial topics tonight. So we're going to be talking about should couples who are in a quote unquote committed relationship, should they still use contraceptive or birth control? Also, we'll talk about body rights and then unisex bathrooms. All of these, any of these topics on their own could be explosive. Okay. Any one of these could be explosive on their own. So, where do you want to start, creative?
Okay, this is a crazy subject because when you say couples, like everybody's different. It depends on how old you are, also. Because you can get married when you're young,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to Chanel. But yeah, you could get married.
I was still pretty old. I felt like I was 25.
That's not old.
Oh, okay.
That's young.
Oh, okay.
Most people, when they're 25, they're not trying to have kids right now. They still want to work, party.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I was thinking when you said young, I was thinking like 21.
Yeah, 21 is young too.
Thank you, Roxy. She says you both look beautiful. Thank you, boo. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, creator.
Thank you. Thank you, Roxy. So yeah, so when you're like 20 to 25, even from 20 to 30,
So
most
yeah,
people are not trying to have kids. They not, they want to live their life. They want to go out. They want to travel, especially today's generation.
You think so?
Imagine, yeah, because imagine, I'm gonna just speak for our community, right? I'm gonna speak for me. There we go.
Speak for our community, child. Speak on it. Okay. Go ahead. I'm
All
listening.
right, for the people who have like single moms and they see their mother struggle with kids, or they see their sister struggle with kids, you see all these people struggling and they got these kids and they gotta provide for these kids.
Mm-hmm.
Once you seeing that and you get in your own adulthood, you like, mm-mm, we not going down that same path. Listen, y'all, we switching it up. I'm taking control of my ovaries. I'm taking control of my right. I'm taking responsibility. I'm taking accountability. They making sure they get the birth control. They making sure they wear the condoms. They making sure they do all of that because the last thing you want to do is be stuck with a child that you have to raise alone.
Roxy says, honestly, I would advise women the closer you get to your man, go ahead and take what you take.
Go ahead and take what you need.
Oh, what you need. Oh, okay. I forgot the last word.
She said these men be ready to get their women pregnant once he thinks you're his. Let's talk about it. A lot of women, what they call it stealth, I think. When the guy impregnates you, men be doing that. Men be putting holes in condoms. And a lot of men be like, no, it be the ladies. I highly, highly doubt a woman is gonna not try to get another man around the same age as her, who probably don't even have the financial stuff that people see on TV, and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this check. I'm getting this check every month. I secure the bag." I don't think a lot of people think like that. And if it is, they need to go sit down with a child for 2 months, and they will stop it right away. What is your thoughts about a man that has pretended to like everything you like only to get your attention? If I like something, he liked it. So I thought we had so much in common, but it was a lie. Yes, you know what these men be doing? When you want to be on these dating apps or you dating or you meet them in person, they be like, so what kind of guy do you like? What do you look for in a man? I don't like answering those questions. I'd be like, don't even ask me that.
You know how you could rebuttal that?
How?
What type of man are you?
You could say that. What type of man are you?
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I would say I don't like answering that questions. I'd
Or
be like,
what plans do you have for your future? And then that can tell you what type of person they are, right? So if their plans are, I'm gonna work at my job, okay. Is that a person that you want? If their plans are, I'm an entrepreneur and so I'm planning to grow my business, you know what I'm saying? Like, then I will know based on what you tell me about you and your plans if I want to be in a relationship with you. Because the sex could be good all day long. You could even have a good personality. But if you don't have a plan for your life, what are we doing?
Facts. They said, would it just be better for a woman to keep her legs closed? Why are you asking? No, women enjoy sex just as men. It would be wise for a woman to use condoms, but I think she should keep her legs closed if she's
But
not.
hold on, that's
Uh,
besides the point. Because the point, the title is, should couples still use birth control? So you're in an actual committed relationship where it's monogamous, not necessarily married, but you're in a monogamous relationship. So in the monogamous relationship where you guys have decided we're committed to each other, we're not going to be having sex with other people, should those couples still use birth control? That's the question.
I said
For
yes.
the ninjas that's like, should she just keep her legs closed? Shut the hell up. Sorry.
We talking about people who are already in relationships. You could even say boyfriend, girlfriend. They're in a relationship for over 6 to 9 months. Over that threshold, they're going into a year and a half, 2 years. Should they use birth control? I think so. I think they should use birth control depending on their goals in life and how they want their life to move. Because if you about to have a baby and you're not ready, a baby is another human responsibility that you gotta take on. That's somebody that's a baby that's dependent on you. That child or that new being that's being brought into the earth, they're dependent on you to provide money, love, stability. All of that goes to the baby. And if you don't have that to give, I would suggest you get on birth control.
Or don't have sex with people that you wouldn't want to have a baby with.
That's the number one thing. I think what you just said there.
But that's not necessarily always realistic. Because people get horny. You know what I'm saying? And then they have regret after they had sex with this guy or this girl. Like, damn, why did I do that? You know what I mean? So
I would say have sex with somebody who you like.
but you could fall out of life with them.
You could fall out of like, but if you like somebody, there's something that you like about them, or there's
Yeah, he's
something
cute.
there. I know. I don't think cuteness is not everything.
But that's a part of like. So you got to be specific about what you mean when you say do. I do think, okay, so I would say you should marry somebody you like. Having sex with somebody you like, yeah, it's all fun and good, but do you want to spend life with them? You know? And if you don't really want to do that, then it's a good chance you shouldn't be having sex with them. Just saying, if you don't want to do life with them. But when you get ready to get married, you should definitely, because then even when you have those hard times, they can make you laugh. You actually like who they are. You know, they're supportive. You like certain things about them because you know at their core, like how we were on Candy's show earlier, and my husband wants to be doing running in.
He was funny. You want to show people he doing that? Chanel, like, look at my whole husband over here trying to embarrass me.
Why are you doing that? Like, and it's really more so because so he could be like, he's that guy. Like, I remember we were in St. Lucia, and it's like, I won't even go to St. Lucia. We was in the great state of Texas, and we went to this place. It's called the some sort of caverns. It's like you go underground, like really deep into the earth, but the thing is, it's cool to go down, but you still got to come back up, right? You go down in the earth like 100 feet or 150 feet or something like that. And this ninja running up the stairs. I'm like, what are we doing? Why do you need to run up the stairs? You trying to prove a point that you can run? Good. I'm glad that you can run up the stairs. Because I'm gonna take a seat right here on this bench, and I'm gonna take my little breaks that I need. Like, what are we doing? But he does that. He's just like, I'm gonna just lift weights for no reason. It's just anyway. But
he working out. He getting his stamina up.
Okay, creative. A fellow sister Taurus. Okay. No. He's trying to be like, this is what you should be doing indirectly. Shut the hell up. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all should go to Japan and climb Mount Fuji. And he should drag you. You probably will be like, I quit the first station. Take me
No, we did that in St. Lucia. We didn't climb up a mountain. Well, whatever that was. They have St. Lucia's known for these things they call the pitons. They kind of look like this. They're like two mountains, like side by side, kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went up the mountain, and he went all the way to the peak. I was like, yeah, I ain't doing that. No, the view, I'm sure it was beautiful. I'm certain it was beautiful, but I don't need to do that. First of all, why am I risking my life? Second of all, no. First of all, I'm brown, so we're not doing that. Second of all, why am I?
Hold on, there's brown people in St. Lucia. There's a whole
the whole country, and guess what? Those brown people not doing. The people that's coming from the Netherlands, that's who's doing that. Not the brown people.
Okay.
No, I'm joking, but yeah, I was tired because it was just to even get to where we were before he went up to the peak was tiring. I ain't got time. But he came down. He was like, "Yeah, that would have been really, really difficult for you." So yeah, it wasn't even that good of a sight. I'm like, "Oh, he just told me that, so I wouldn't feel bad about it." But he says the man I talked to about also randomly showed up wherever I was. Oh, if it was a friend's house party, etc. Turns out he asked around where I was each weekend so he could casually show up. Oh. So is that stalker behavior or is
that sound like low-key stalking? Like he trying to find you.
But if you flip it, this is some craziness that would happen in a romantic comedy. And we would all be like, oh, he keeps finding where he goes to the coffee shop she's at. Oh, he found her where she works. We wouldn't think it was stalkerish.
I remember I would be going to this networking event.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go there all the time at a certain specific time because this guy was always there.
You wanted him to see you? You were trying to
get and I just like I used to be like so in love. But it's not love. What is it? I used to be like less like I was engulfed. I was just like I would just look at him and I'd just be like, damn.
Like, so aside from what he looked like, why were you so into him?
Oh, I liked everything about him. Like I admired him. I thought he was fine. All of those.
Why did you admire him? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, so he was like one of those people that speaks, like one of those leaders that speaks on the stage. And,
like a motivational speaker?
Yeah. And then he talked about like his struggles in life and all of that. And I used to just be like, oh my God, he is so. And then not only that, like he loves his mom, and he used to be like, this is for you. I flew you out here. I love my mom. I used to be like, damn, this is so nice.
Yeah.
But people would be like, he's a demon in the back. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Some people was like, if you keep knocking on the devil's door, he gonna answer. I was like, yeah. And I'd be like, I'm not knocking. But I was knocking on the devil's door. But then I left that alone.
But how do you know he's the devil?
Because they used to be like, he would sleep with random women and he would do like grimy stuff.
How does that make him the devil?
I think because they was like, because he was dating this one girl and he was sleeping with her, and then she ended up aborting.
Mm-hmm. And
then he ended up sleeping with her friend.
That's nasty work.
Isn't that nasty? And they all of them hang out together. What type of craziness is that? I'd be like, I'd be smoking some good stuff because listen, because if my friend betrayed me, it's over. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I'm staying away from all the new venture.
Mm-hmm. Because y'all don't have no boundaries.
Talk about it. There's like, and when he casually show up, he always replied, I didn't know where you were here. The fact that he was stalking me, I found out from friends later. Not romantic, low-key creepy. So my question is to him is well, I'm gonna ask my son over here with his friend making so much noise. Do y'all hear them or no?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. But yeah, have you ever tried talking to him, approaching him, and seeing if there was a connection? What do you think, Chanel?
I think she should run.
You think she should run? Why
Mm.
don't you just address him and be like, and just be like, I'm not interested in you like that. I don't want you to waste your time, or say something like that. What do you think? Would you do that or no?
I'm too friendly.
Mm.
I'd probably be like, oh my God.
I'll be like, it just so happens that you're here. How is that possible? I would say that. And
Yeah,
don't
it's
say,
weird. Like, I think it would depend on how close together
mm-hmm.
the coincidental we ran into each other were.
Mm. So let me tell you about that same guy I was talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I would go to these events, right? So I would be talking to the ladies, right? I would talk to like one, two, three, four of them, and he
Mm-hmm.
would go behind and talk to all the same people I talk to.
Really
What do you call that?
shady. Mm-hmm. It's definitely shady,
Mm,
but you can't control other people,
you're right.
so you can just control how you respond to it. But it's nasty work, child.
It's nasty work when people do stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
just was like, I don't know what the problem is. I just was like, that was that one guy I was being weird with. I would, yeah, I'm telling you. That was my one kind of, nah, I'm not even gonna say it was a heartbreak. It kind of was. I was slighted. This person said, well, this was years ago. I have no contact with him now. He was so desperate, he married a woman who only married him for a green card.
Oh well.
You guys have that problems? I think this person's in Norway.
Mm. Why do you think they're in Norway? Oh, she says hi from Norway. Hmm.
Yeah, I got a good memory.
You got the people from Norway in your chat? Go ahead on then, girl.
No, I really wanted to visit Norway. And the reason why is because they have like this Christmas town and
Mm-hmm.
they have the sledge. So they have like sleigh riders and they have like the actual real reindeers. And
Mm.
that's why I wanted to go visit it. It's super cold, but they have like a Christmas town.
I want to go to Norway. I want to move there.
You want to move to Norway?
Either Norway or the Netherlands. I can't remember.
And they have the Northern Lights.
I don't think they have black people there.
No.
So therefore, I'm gonna move there, and I'm gonna have some biracial babies. I'm joking. I'm just saying that because some idiot's probably gonna think that. No, I just think it would be fascinating to go a place where it's probably a different type of racism,
Oh,
just to see how they operate.
I want to go to Switzerland
Me too.
because it's nice and beautiful. I be
Hmm.
thinking they have real fairies there.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I want to go see the fairies. All these fairies, I gotta go inside the forest and be with nature and
This,
allow they.
this lady, Creative Solution, she said she don't believe in God. Okay. We're all gods. But she believe in fairies. Make
I
them make
do.
so God can't be real, but fairies are? I'm confused.
Well, I call God highest source energy.
Same thing. But you just can't say it's God. Or do you just not believe in the religion that's surrounding it?
I don't like the religion surrounding it because they're chaotic, like,
Mm.
if that makes sense. And there are lots of hypocrites.
I agree with you, but sorry, man, these damn Punter's peanut shop. It doesn't make it untrue.
Okay, but what about why would you say that it doesn't make it untrue? Who are you to say that the Buddhist religion is any better, or Hinduism or Shintoism?
I'm not saying any of it's better or worse. I'm saying when I think about things like religion,
Hmm.
I think to myself, I'm like, well, it's not something we could necessarily prove happened or didn't happen, because back then all they could do was write things down,
Hmm.
and then they could tell the stories from passed down from generation to generation. But there's plenty of things that are, I would say, cause controversy, so to speak. But that doesn't mean that they're not true simply because there's chaos in the middle of it. Just like even the topics we're talking about tonight.
Hmm.
Somebody 3,000 years from now can be like, "Are we sure?" Like that kind of thing. But it doesn't make it untrue. This is the thing about life and death, at least to my experience, in my opinion, rather. Since nobody knows 100% sure, meaning it can be proven or disproven, then I'm just like, I'm just gonna rock with what I think is what I think is true. But all of it is like nobody can say for sure.
The reason why I don't ride with like the whole Christian and and it's because like when you leave this earth, I still believe that your consciousness must go somewhere.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know it has to go somewhere. You don't just go to the ground. Like your consciousness has to go somewhere. Like you're more than just the body. You're a spiritual being also.
Yeah, but I think about it like this too. Like, those people that get angry because they're like, why do we have to learn about slavery? Why is that? What does that do? It's so much, and they have the, what do they call it when they tell the white people white fragility and stuff like that, because white people don't want to talk about it, don't want to hear about it, they want to just move on. And it's like those types of topics excite so much. I don't know what the right word is, anger, frustration, whatever, fill in the blank. But yet it's something that's actually true, but people would love to stomp it out. Because I think even right now they're trying to kind of like erase Black history to some degree in this country. And
Yeah, I
so,
don't agree with that. I don't think it's possible though.
no, it's not. It's always going to be here unless they erase the Black people from here.
Exactly. But
So
have you ever looked into African spirituality
I haven't, but I've heard things.
and the Orishas?
Mm-mm.
What
But
what if somebody came to you and said like you was bought that religion, that white man Christianity religion?
if someone came and said, "What?"
Is that the whole Christianity thing is not really for us.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that was it's dogma. Somebody put it on us,
Mm-hmm.
during slavery, and we just grew up and we just adapted it.
Well, I mean, I would say at least for Christianity,
Hmm.
no matter where you go on earth, it's talked about
Mm.
in some capacity, probably except for maybe Antarctica or something. But in general, it's ingrained. So if that's the case, then they put it on everybody. It's just who bought into it, who decided to believe it.
Hmm.
Definitely, people indoctrinate their children early, because they don't want their children to be left behind, which makes sense. But children have lots of questions. Like I said to you before, I remember as a child, I was like, so who was God's daddy? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I was just like, that who was here before God? Like that.
See, that's why I think that we're all gods and we can move up in level of consciousness.
I don't know if we all got
I
y'all.
feel like we could climb the ladder and then we can go back down also.
Mm. So why don't you climb the ladder?
What's up, JP?
What's up, y'all?
How
Hey.
you doing today?
I'm not doing so good.
Oh, why? What's
What
wrong?
happened?
I need me a woman over here
Oh my God, I'm not
to
gonna.
lick on my damn forehead.
No.
Oh Lord.
What
But
y'all talking about? I like this topic, by the way.
Do you?
oh yeah, this is around his neck of the woods. We could argue with him about this.
So what creative? You not a Christian?
No.
What do you resonate with?
I consider myself spiritual. I don't follow nobody. I'm more like spiritual, free spiritual, whatever.
Do you think that a lot of people force them well, a lot of people is forced to believe Christian hey, be quiet. A lot of people are forced to believe Christianity because there's no replacement, and we feel as though we have to believe something. And since that we believe that the white man gave us something that then really was in our best interest, and it's like we not want to believe in anything, and a lot of our spirituality has been kept away from us before we had a European influence. So it's almost like forces us into the Christianity beliefs.
Yes, that's what I was talking to Chanel about. I was like, we had no other choice. What if you was offered African spirituality or Buddhism or Hinduism and you had a choice to go in there and pick and, see which one resonate with you? That's why I always say you can take different bits and pieces from every religion or every culture and you can use it for your
But
benefit.
but you know what? Every religion, where every spirituality um took what's in life and just formed it into a religion. So what we can do, that's why I always say nature is the only divine. Divinity is within nature. In
Mm,
fact, the Egyptians used to call God Neter, which in European language we call him. We say nature. So Neter, and besides this, God has no name, meaning that I think divinity is inside of nature. When you want to know how your ancestors used to operate, all you got to do, they operated just like us. When God created people, they had the same emotions, the same feelings. They had the same urges, sexual urges, all kinds of stuff. So everything is inside of nature. So I think that if we do want to find something outside of the spiritual, outside of these religions, I think nature is the best God leeway because it's still here. Nature is the only thing that it always have existed since the beginning of time for millions of years. Religion has not. Religions was also man-made, even our African religions. So, but nature is always have been organic. It never ever changed. What do you think about that?
yeah, I can see that. I like nature. Nature shows you how the things that's decomposing or the things that's grimy and dirty can elevate and turn into plants and grow. And sometimes you need that. Same thing
Mm-hmm.
with life. Like if you wanted to grow muscles, you got to put more weight on yourself so you can break those muscles down so you can become stronger. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
same thing in life. Sometimes we got to go through hard times so that we can get to the good or we can appreciate the other side of it.
Mm-hmm. And I do believe that we just don't die off. I think that God reuses its people. Um, I think when you wake up into life, um, it's almost like that's the. I think we live multiple lives. Now, I don't think that like everybody that's dead and gone, they probably woke up in a whole new life and don't even remember, don't
Past
even
life.
know yeah, they probably in a whole new different life and don't even think they had a family. Like for example, I might die today and wake up in a whole new life. Don't even think that I had kids in my previous life.
So you believe in reincarnation?
In a way, y'all.
What about you, Chanel? I believe in reincarnation. I do.
Well, if I am coordinated, then I clearly was royalty before I got here.
Chanel believes she was a royalty.
I think that God make we get to be everything that God created. We get to be a female. We get to live a life of a female, a male, an animal.
Mm.
I think that we get to experience each and one of that. I think that animals were once human beings, as far as like they're conscious.
I didn't know JP thought like this.
Hmm.
JP, this is intriguing. I really didn't think he thought like this.
Because it's crazy. That's why I always speak so heavily on body language.
Hmm.
Um, it's crazy that we can't even speak dog language or animal language, but they can understand everything that we say, and we can damn near understand them through body language. That's why I say that we spend hyper focus on talking proper English, but that's not the language that God created. That's natural. The language is a behavior. It's an action. It's language is what God created, and that's life. When you open your eyes, that's God speaking to you. When you see how the trees growing from the earth, because that's alive. Trees is alive, has life. Anything that could grow has life. And I think that when people say that this is what God said, I think we need to stay away from them, because that means they place themselves in the divinity of God. That means they on the same level of God. If they can come back and tell you this is what God said, and they had conversations with God, and that's basically telling you that they put themselves in the supreme beam of God,
So hold
right? Because
on.
in order to be able to have a conversation with God, you have to be on this. You have to exist with Him. You have to exist with God.
So, Mr. JP, do you believe that we are gods or we are supreme beings?
I believe that we juniors,
We're
like
juniors?
small G, yeah, because we God. When they say that we made it in God's image, so just like animals, just like plants, we get to create life.
Yes, I see that. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever experienced something in your life, like when you got mad, certain things happen in your life and you're like, how did this happen?
Yeah,
Or you said no?
I say yeah.
What about, have you experienced miracles in your life also?
That miracles happen to me every month, beginning of the first.
You know what? At least you're grateful. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, so every time it seems like every time I get down on my luck, and when it get like a week left before rent, God will put something in somebody's heart for me to. God will lead me to a place where I think God only doing it because I have my kids, but I think God will lead me to the right person. Like I just got two checks today, one for 500 and one for like 400 from these two churches. And before then, I didn't know what I was gonna do. And then
Hmm.
I end up calling my job to get more hours, and then they saying they gave me the opportunity. And
Hmm.
then my hot dog car, I got the Friday Night Live going. So I'm like, okay, everything has started coming along. Like God put me in the like by me having my kids, God gonna make sure they protected. Because this how God protects the kids, because He put in the hearts of people. So maybe if I would have been single, I'd probably been homeless. But by people know I have those children and they girls, God's weaken their hearts to see the best interest of them.
Mm.
I also think that as men, when you start taking care of a family and you become a provider, I think it opens up doors for money to flow to you because it has both
Hmm.
ways. It has to balance. But that was good. I didn't know JP thought like this. They over here talking shit in the chat. Me and JP having a good, intense conversation.
Yeah. So I think that uh I when you actually get I had to debunk everything that was taught
Mm,
from our oppressors that didn't have my best interests. Leading me out of ignorance, that was totally the opposite of our oppressors wanted us to become. If anything, they were trying to keep us, maintain us in ignorance. And so once I put that down and start accepting my position where I was, I said, okay, I don't know anything for a fact. So basically, everything these people taught me, I feel stupid now. And so once I start, accepting that, God led me to a place, which is nature, that led me out of ignorance. So now the stuff that I once valued, like money, clothes, cars, to outshine people, to feel superior in this fake masculinity. In nature, I don't no longer chase after that. Like when people say I love going on trips, I was asked, what's the best trip you ever took? They was up there talking about different countries. Since I've been practicing nature, studying on nature, the best trip you could ever be in is a state of freedom in your mind. That's one place you can't you'll never outdo that place. And in a state of peace. So I got more closer with nature. And I'm not calling myself a nature boy, but now I value the stuff that's important. I value the air. I value water. And another thing too, what helps me stay on that path of getting your freedom taken. Mm-hmm. When you get locked up, you don't get all of that. Yeah, if you've been locked up, everybody knows, if you've been locked up, the first thing you get out, the first thing you do, you start kissing the trees, you start loving hearing the birds, you go right to nature. The sun, you don't want to be in no car, you just want to walk in nature. He's right, yeah. Because you've been to see we so used to it. I think I'll land with this. I think that since we've been allocated all our whole lives, we lose the appreciation for it, and we just think that it's a given. But God will put people and stuff in front of you to let you know that you should appreciate this. Like for example, we all get to walk. Some people, can't walk, or they was birthed couldn't walk. Some people was birthed couldn't even speak. My daddy lost his arms and legs at 50. Right? He didn't never think he'd wake up and had to be dependent. Right? So that can happen to any one of us. A lot of us live the same lifestyles that he do. Drinking, some people smoke, or stress. You can catch a stroke. So I think that we should start valuing a lot of the stuff that we overlook, and we just feel entitled to it until it's taken.
No, he's 100% right. I feel like what
did you just say?
What do you mean? What did he say that was wrong? Break it down for me, Nidish. Please explain to me what he said that was wrong.
Did words come out of his mouth?
I can't with you, Nidish. What is wrong? What he said was right.
Hi, Chanel. Hi, Creative Solutions. How you beautiful queens doing tonight? I see you got yourself like this.
I'm just listening.
Shout out to the shout outs. Creative. I'm going to find out what part of St. Louis Obispo you live in. You're going to be fishing or something. I'm just going to creep up behind you and whisper in your ear.
Oh, gosh.
Are you from St. Louis, Creative?
Hey, Creative.
No, I'm on the West Coast. I'm in Cali.
St. Louis Obispo is in California, Jay Prince.
No, but what he's saying is true. Like, a lot of people take
for him, it's anecdotal.
No, hold on. If you could,
I've been locked up a bunch of times. When I came out, I didn't kiss no damn tree. I went and got some pussy. I don't know what the hell he talking about.
Nidish, use the right words.
That's also natural.
Excuse me, vagina.
So you didn't. So when you was locked up, you didn't start appreciating being outside.
You know what a warm woman's thigh feel like when you fresh out of jail?
He lying. He knows he's
yeah, he lying his ass off. Unless he didn't go to jail. If you've been locked up, you're gonna appreciate that weather. You're gonna appreciate hearing them birds.
None of that.
You're gonna appreciate the animals, the trees,
ladybug,
grass.
No. I want to put my mouth as close to some vagina as I possibly can put it. No, I don't give a damn about it.
That's also part of Earth.
You know what I do if I see a little sapling, a little tree growing? I'll kick that thing down. They used to hang us on trees. I don't want a tree to live around me.
Why are you
Well,
angry?
you shouldn't punish a tree
Yeah, I
because
hate
what people
trees.
did.
Yeah, F trees. Trees is for
But what the tree do to you? The tree just grew.
Right. So you can't punish a tree for what
Hey,
people did.
wait. Creative. I don't know why you yelling. I saw you cut one down. It was beautiful.
Hey, stop.
It took a whole day, Chanel, but she eventually got it down. Shout out to that
It was
queen.
hard work, yo. It was hard.
Real talk. So y'all speaking about trees, because my husband was determined to cut down the tree in our front yard. Now my husband doesn't do laborious anything. Okay, so he had me down to the Angie's list, finding people to come, give us a quote. But it costs $1,000 to cut down the tree. I was like,
you know what I did? I paid for one of those little small little pocket saws, those saws. I think I paid like $60 for it.
A tree is a resource. Why would you pay to cut that down? I didn't mean to cut you off. That's a resource.
Oh no, because the tree was right next to the neighbor's yard and it was leaning against the fence. And any day now, that shit would have broken and it would have fell.
Do you think that we supposed to be living in houses?
Okay.
Yeah, you agree with him. Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna go.
Should you be living?
I'm not gonna go that far. But you know another thing I study, I do with my kids. I think y'all should try it. Next time, I think that y'all should try this. Take off your shoes and socks and sit on the floor and just talk to each other. The bonding that you can get with that is amazing. When you just sitting on natural ground.
One of you women on this panel do that, I know y'all in the cult.
What do you mean? Do what?
Well, like instead of sitting on the couch with your family, sit on.
I go outside in my backyard.
With Jay Prince in the background?
No,
I'm saying sit on the floor. Sit on the floor.
Take my shoes off. I like for my feet to touch the grass.
I know you a conjurer. You like summoning demons.
What do you get out of that when you let your feet touch the grass?
Shout out to you though,
because you can stay connected to Earth when you know what I'm saying. Because couches, shoes prevent you to. It's like it prevents you from touching, being connected to Earth. If every day you walk on, you got shoes. Every time you sit down, it's on a couch. It detaches you from Earth. So when you actually take you and your family, y'all sit on the ground, sit on grass or dirt, whatever the case, or you walk on dirt. Why do you think Africans do this? Spiritual Africans, they cook outside. They use natural stuff to cook. They walk around with no shoes on. They sit on the ground and eat.
They do that in the islands too, in the Caribbean.
So let me ask you this, JP. So do you think if you eat chicken, it detaches you from the earth?
I don't think chicken is naturally. I think that we eating somebody's death. And this is why we get high blood pressure. That chicken actually harms us.
But do you think it detaches you from the earth?
I don't know that. I don't know that much off the top of my head. I never thought about having chicken because food in general. If it was, that's the case.
That is, like for example, the first humans, to my knowledge, were all vegan, right? Because we didn't have the tools we needed to catch the fish or to catch the animals.
They used to hunt.
No, I'm saying before they had the tools that they needed to be able to hunt. Somebody had to make an elbow and arrow or a hook or whatever. So I'm saying prior to that.
Yeah, that was after the first group.
Right. So you had to eat what? The fruit that God provided. I believe in God, so I'm gonna say that God provided.
That's fine.
Fruit, the berries, whatever it is that the earth provided.
Everything that have taste, we were supposed to eat.
We could eat, right? But if you kill an animal, I don't know.
Do you think animals was made to be eaten by humans?
I have no idea.
I don't know if they made to be eaten by humans.
Because what's the purpose of a chicken? Was it to feed us?
Put hot honey on it and eat it
and feed us. Yes.
I don't know.
But when you look at the Americans, then you look at Africans, or you look at people that don't eat meat and they eat off the land like fruit, vegetables, and stuff like that. Who more healthy? Who lives the longest?
The people that live off the land.
I mean, look at 90s. I don't mean
That's a fact.
don't know jazz, but
You do,
90s
but your
look like
beard
he got.
don't connect. But your beard don't connect.
You can
You
look at
look a
his
little bit
body and
like a
tell
human
he filled with
cockroach,
chicken
respectfully.
and pigs and
You look like
cows
you need
and
some raid around that house.
no. But what I'm saying, I'm just saying that we're not supposed to be looking like that.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be looking like you either. Everything
So
on you looking
if
inflamed.
just look
You
at the
look
outcome, what
infected.
chicken
You
does
look
to
like
us
you
compared
itchy.
to somebody else.
You
Why
look
you think
like
if
you
you have to
itchy.
get healthy? Hold on, now this. Why you think that when it's time to get healthy or exercise, right? You can't no longer eat that. You got to eat fruit. You got to go back to the natural order of food that we supposed to eat. Now they did say we eat baked chicken, but that's man-made. But most people that want to lose weight and get in shape, they can't. They have to stop eating meat,
Wait a minute.
right? And they have to go back eating the natural food.
Not necessarily true, Jay Prince.
Wait. JP, you're lost weight and in shape right now?
Huh?
You've lost weight and are in shape right now?
No.
You look inflamed, brother. You look infected. Itchy a little bit. Like you need calamine oil, lotion.
Why you gotta say all of that? Just because his hair is natural in a natural state.
Wait, don't make this a light skin, dark skin thing, creative. I'm still when I find out whatever part of St. Louis Obispo you in, I'm mushing your face up against the wall. I'm gonna bite you on the back of your ear. Anyway, it's just a fact. He say he got the right oils. He landed on the earth. Why you look like that then?
It's because hold on, pause.
He's in his natural state. What's wrong with the way he looks?
I don't defend JP. However,
no, wait, but what's wrong with the way he looks?
But you hate me so much.
Creative, because that's opening the door. Like, don't do that. What I'm saying to you though is, just because he's telling you something that you can't really say he's wrong about, you don't need to attack him. That's all.
I like attacking him though.
I know
it's
you do.
Fun for me.
But let's have an adult conversation. I feel like
I don't want to be an adult all the time.
I know you don't. I know.
I ain't got that many more years to live. I'm
but
56. They say black men get to what about 60. So I got like 4 more years to live. Why can't I have my fun?
Oh my God, Jesus!
Why you want to ride me with that?
Somebody take the wheel.
I was gonna say this. I was on the phone today with my nutritionist. She calls me like once a month or whatever because I think I told you I was in the hospital 2 months ago. And I could have died and all that. I don't know if I told y'all that, but so she checks in with me to make sure I'm, eating the right things and whatever.
You are not.
What?
Them big snacks is not what you're supposed to be eating at 2 o'clock in the morning.
We don't need your accountability right now.
Wait, creative. I love you. Why you want to act like I don't love you? Anyway, you my girl. Listen.
Back to what
creative.
I was saying. Nighted. Stop being a disruptor and a derailer. Like, stop.
Okay.
Thank you. But she was talking to me because she was like,
what's up, Candy Cane? What's up, 18 letter?
I was telling her
in the chat
that there was a medicine that the doctor, wanted me to take or whatever the case may be. And she was like, well, I think you should just eat these things and you'll be able to get it naturally. What I know for it to be a fact is food is definitely a natural medicine. Now we still need regular medicine, right? Because food is, you're not going to cure cancer and heart disease all the time with food, right? Or arthritis or things. But there are.
What I just tell y'all.
There's all kinds of natural things in food that will heal your body from the inside out. So, for example, I remember years ago I decided I was going to do this juice diet because I saw this documentary. Dead sick. What was it? Fat, sick, and nearly dead. I think it was what it called.
From the guy who was eating McDonald's. But go ahead.
No, he was a trucker. He was eating all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I started juicing, and I literally lost 40 pounds in 2 weeks.
40 pounds
in 2 weeks. And not only did I lose weight, that wasn't really even the goal. What the goal was is to try to like reboot my body, or whatever. But the things that did happen, the natural things that happened, I was diabetic. I no longer was diabetic. My eyesight was better, even though I have good vision. My mental clarity was better. It was so many different things. I had energy that I didn't have. Like, it's because the food that we eat, like 90%, 95% calories, 5% nutrients. Yeah. And what I was doing was putting like 95% nutrients in my body and like 5% calories. And so everything started changing. So
y'all get out of my kitchen.
That's why I was saying I have to agree with JP. There isn't everything he's saying isn't 100% provable, but he's not wrong by saying what we eat matters essentially. To me, that's what I feel like he's saying. Now, do I think you can only do that? Do I think you should only sit on the floor and put your feet in the grass? No, not necessarily, because I like comfort. I'm glad that these people developed the couch. Okay,
the putting your feet on the floor is to help ground you. You feel
No,
grounded
no,
or
no,
Yes,
connected to the earth.
no.
That's what it's
Creative
for.
in the
it
grass, in the
grounds your
dirt,
mind.
I'm
in the
grounded.
grass, in the dirt, not on the floor, in the
I'm
grass
grounded.
and in the dirt.
In the grass and in the dirt.
There's good and bad and everything. So like JP was saying, okay, you know, you need to put your feet in nature or whatever the case may be. There are things in nature, or there are things that people have developed, like tennis shoes, right? That helped us advance. So for example, I have a doctor that he wears cowboy boots. And I remember I'm like, I remember asking, why do you wear cowboy boots? And he said when he was a child, he every time he wore any other type of shoes,
Mahogany.
hey Mahogany. He said every time he wore any other type of shoes, his feet hurt all the time. So
Hey, Candy Cane.
ever since he put on cowboy boots, his feet and bodies never didn't hurt anymore. So he changed what he was, you know, the shoes that he was wearing. But if he never had cowboy boots to put on, he might have crippled most of his life. And he's a whole doctor. So there's something to be said in terms of balance. I don't disagree with what you guys are saying about nature. I don't
Put that
disagree.
up.
But I think that there are things in society, our advancements, that also help us. What Nightish? What else you got to say? Because I think there's something to be said about, like, maybe, do you think Nightish, have you ever been tested for sleep apnea or narcolepsy?
I don't have sleep apnea and I don't have narcolepsy either. I'm an insomniac.
Do you ever feel rested?
Do you know what an insomniac is?
No.
Yes, somebody that can't go to sleep.
I'll be up like 3 days, 2 days.
I know. I've had that.
When you
insomnia.
finally see me crash out, it's because I've been up for 2 days and I'm smoking and drinking wine and tequila and everything else.
No, I definitely know what that is.
And it's not clear. I'm drinking brown tequila, the gold. I'm drinking Chardonnay out of a measuring cup, Pyrex. I got some fancy stuff, but I like to be ghetto on here sometimes.
So, Nightish, why do you feel like you drink all the time?
I don't drink all the time. I can't afford it.
I never see you on here and you're not drinking.
Most of the time, I'm sober. If you don't see me fall asleep, I haven't been drinking or smoking or doing nothing. You can tell when I'm doing it because I'm damn sure finna nod off. But yeah, most of the time I'm on here sober because I keep telling people the same thing. I am a man who got married young. I believe in marriage. I believe the way you establish communities because you have families. Hopefully y'all can have some kind of in common moralistic values. We're not just gonna let grandmamas be snatched off porches. We're not just gonna let little girls be snatched off the curb because some weirdo is right. I think that the only way it works is the way it always worked. And until we get back to that, we just BSing. And that's been my message for 4 years.
So men should get with women and they should love their women.
Men should get with women. Men should get with men. A community should be established. It should be a standard in the community. You can't just do whatever you want to do. When I was younger, if a criminal, a thug did something crazy, the streets would go get him. You did something to a kid, you did something to an old lady. You ain't gonna have the opportunity to be able to, they're gonna go get on you. Nowadays, it's like a free-for-all. You can do whatever dumb nonsense.
You know what I think would be a great date? Instead of a coffee date, have a yoga date. Like you could just sit on the ground. Y'all could just, like, if I give me a woman that could sit on the ground with me and we do some yoga or some Tai Chi.
Not a yoga date.
Bro, I think that's real intimate.
It's something.
I don't disagree.
It's something, but I think creative think is fascinating.
No, I was gonna say
I would love to sit on the ground, crisscross applesauce with Jay Prince, just staring into each other's eyes and thinking about the stars.
Doing this.
All right, guys, we're gonna watch a video, and then y'all can tell us what y'all think about it.
Abbott just signed off on the new law making these signs on some bathroom doors the law of the land.
Now, supporters say it's about protecting privacy. Critics warn that it could put some Texans in danger. Natalie Haddad is live this morning breaking down exactly what the law does, who it affects, and why it is already stirring some controversy.
Hey, good morning to you both. You know, this is something the legislature has gone back and forth on for about a decade. But yesterday, Governor Greg Abbott put pen to paper. Now Texas joins other 19 states with similar legislation. Here is what the bathroom bill entails. The law states that one must use the bathroom according to their gender assigned at birth. Now, this applies to government buildings, public schools, and universities. There's also no exceptions for transgender inmates housing in prisons or jails. Now, critics have fought legislation like this going into effect since 2015 when it was first introduced in the Texas legislature. In August, the ACLU released a statement calling this an attack not only on transgender people, but also cisgender people, saying in part, this law puts anyone at risk who doesn't seem masculine or feminine enough to a random stranger, including the cisgender girls and women this bill purports to protect. Some people might forego using public restrooms entirely out of fear for their safety, even if it endangers their health. Now, violators of this law could face a fine of up to $125,000. The law, while signed yesterday, does not go into effect until December 4th.
What do y'all think?
A Texas bathroom bill?
A Texas what?
It's a bathroom bill. It says who can go in whatever restroom. So if you're male, you got to go in a male restroom. If you're female, you have to go in a female restroom.
What if you identify as a woman though?
It's a law. It didn't say that. It said. Were you listening, Nidish?
I was listening.
Are they basically trying to kick out the trans?
So you have to use the restroom that you or your sex that was assigned at birth. Do y'all think that's fair? Do y'all think that's
well, most heterosexuals
I love it.
That's fair.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they should have a unisex bathroom.
Ain't nobody finna build no more extra bathrooms.
They do got unisex bathrooms.
Is this in the state of Texas or no? Do they have that?
No, unisex means basically you got to go one at a time though.
That's fine. I think they should have that.
No, ain't nobody gonna build a third bathroom just because
it's like a general bathroom. So, like, if you need to change the baby's diaper, you could use that bathroom.
Yeah. If you was grown with a thing, go over there where the men's is at. If you was grown with a JJ, go over there where the women is at. And you can have changing tables in both rooms. But no,
Nidish, have you
why
ever
you need a third bathroom?
Nidish, have you ever been in a unisex bathroom, a true one?
I've been in what they call the unisex bathroom, but I don't know if
Nidish is built unisex. He got tits, he got everything of a man and a woman.
Oh, so my God.
So wait. So you don't have tits, Queen?
I mean, you got everything of a man and a woman.
You're the one that wear the bonnets and change your voice and all that other stuff. You said you was a baby mama. Have you changed today?
I don't want to fight.
You changed your. I don't want to fight. That's my brother. That's the Black House.
Y'all still want to fight?
No, not me. But you haven't wore bonnets and played women and all of the
No. How do you feel about the trans community, Chanel?
I think Jay Prince is a part of the trans community.
Hold on, pause. I asked y'all a question. What do you got? Have you ever been in a true unisex restroom?
Not with Jay Prince, no.
What is a true unisex? Because there's unisex restrooms.
Anything you're in.
You could go to any bathroom but it's only one at a time though.
No, it's not. So, for example, there's a few actual restaurants and actually movie theaters that I've been in, and I remember walking in and it like kind of like shocked me. I was like, oh shit, because when I walked into the restroom, there was a man standing there washing his hands. I was like, oh, and I walked out like, oh, did I go in the wrong place? Like, what am I doing? But it was a wide open, if you could think of like a wide open space.
Yeah,
and
like a locker room, like a gym locker room.
I guess you could say that, but the one that I was in was like really kind of nice and fancy. But it was a wide open space, and then they had an area for, I guess, technically for the women. Like if you had, I guess you want your child to go in there with you or whatever.
So enclosed stall.
It wasn't closed. It
It
just
was
had
open?
like it just had a like a, if you think of like a theater rope or curtains or whatever, it had like that, and then they had like that for the men too. But then they had individual stalls inside of there, and they had a W on the door, and then some of them had an M on the door, and you could choose to, you know, do whatever you wanted. But at the end of the day, as scary as I thought it was, because I was one of those people of like, I feel like men should go to their restroom and women should go to their restroom. But I think about it from a perspective of, if you're a female and you have a child who's, let's say, 8 and he's a boy, is he coming in the restroom with you, or are you sending him in the boys' restroom? You know?
You'll normalize whatever he goes into, but this lady right here with the peach, whatever this got going on, are you saying that you were, oh my God, I'm so shocked. Look at all these cocks around. They got red curtains. What was it about you as an adult that was like shocking about whatever you just described?
Because I walked into a restroom and there were, because it just said a sign, it just had restroom. And then there were men, it was a man in there. And I was like, oh, because normally when I walk into a restroom, there's not men there. So that was shocking to me.
Oh, so it was only one time?
Yeah. No, twice.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna get that
second. So the second time I wasn't as shocked. I was like, okay, this is, so I'm saying that to say it changed my viewpoint on what I thought would make me feel super uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But creative, I was saying to them about walking.
I bet you had to use the bathroom with a whole man in there, it will make you feel uncomfortable.
Why?
Well, because that's how it's always been. I don't feel threatened if I'm in a room or space alone with a woman. But if I'm in a space alone with only men, or a man that would come in there, he could overpower me. So that would scare me.
Me too. I agree also. I would be like, I wouldn't feel comfortable.
So, but in this particular restroom, it was wide open. So there was, you know.
Do you think they took this gay stuff too far?
But this isn't about being gay. This is about who can go.
That's exactly about being gay, because they trying to allocate abnormal stuff to appease stuff that's not normal. So they got a unisex bathroom for trans, and if you go in there, it's all fair game. Like you get to see.
I don't think that's why I asked y'all before I made my statement, have y'all ever been in a true one? Because I felt a way about you trying to tell me that a man can come in the restroom with me because he's no longer technically a man anymore. But once I went into one with quote unquote actual men, right? Men that were men from birth or whatever the case may be, it subsided. Whatever fear I thought I had, it subsided, because I was like, oh, I can't go in here and lock this door, you know, and nobody else can come in there with me, and it's wide open. So if he did quote unquote try something, it's a whole wide open area. So there'd be
post-op or pre-op.
Yeah, but he got to hear you moan while you taking in shit. You can hear him moan, him taking in shit
while they shitting. See, this is what I'm saying. This dude a freaky ass nigga. Who moans when they taking the shit, JP?
Anybody that got a hard one to push.
Ooh, not a hard one to push. Okay. But creative, I wanted to ask you this because you have a young boy, a teenager at this point. And if you went into a restroom, let's say you had to go pee, right? Y'all out to eat, and you got to go to the restroom. You're not going to leave your 9-year-old at the table or 8-year-old at the table. You're going to take him with you to the restroom. Which restroom are you taking him into? Are you letting him go by himself in the men's restroom, or are you taking him into the women's restroom with you?
Oh, let him go by himself in the men's restroom.
At 9?
Yeah.
What about 8?
Same.
7?
Same.
6?
He could probably go in the restroom with me.
At 6. Okay, so 6 is the cutoff. See, I was afraid to let my son, who's 6 years old, go in a male's restroom, because although we talk about, you know, SA with women, it happens to boys too. So for me, I would be very afraid of that until he was a little bit older, because he could still get overpowered. He's 7, 8, 9 too, you know. So that's why
those kids are
a father that can go in there with them, you know.
Yeah, but those kids want to do their own thing.
I know that they do.
At that age, like 6, 7, even 5.
Yeah, they think I can do it.
I want to go in the bathroom by myself. I want to take my own shower. Don't look at me. Why are you looking at me? Get out.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Because they discovered something. That's why. They like, what is happening? Yeah.
Create.
I don't think girls are like that. Are they? I don't know.
Creative, you don't like to be looked at when you showering?
She's talking about her 12-year-old son.
No, I'm not talking about back then. I'm talking about now. Creative, you don't like to be looked at while you showering?
No, when I'm taking a shower, it's
a dirty old guy. Like, why?
It's my privacy.
Who want their son looking at them?
There's nothing dirty about this. This is just some of the things I'm gonna get her to do when I find out what part of St. Louis Obispo she is.
Her nightish.
I'm not talking dirty.
That's all you do.
Not at all.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I tell her I like her fashion. I talk about her hairstyles. It's cute. I don't just be up here just going, I want to bang you. I can't wait till I see you. I can get next to your skin. I don't be saying that.
Nasty
Not at all.
Let's ask JP. JP.
Yeah, that's her new boyfriend.
You got 3
all
daughters.
fascinated
oh
with that.
Oh my God. You got 3 daughters. Are you gonna
she always took her boys in the restroom with her.
Oh,
you said what? I can't take my girls in the restroom with me.
Obviously, because he's a man. So, but do you feel like if you let them go into the women's restroom, they're protected? Like nobody's gonna bother them?
I don't think of nothing crazy. Now, luckily, I got an older daughter because my youngest daughters never really went to the bathroom on their own. And then by the time my oldest daughter get grown, they're gonna be big enough, about 10, 12 themselves.
My sister ran away from home because she didn't want to take care of us. My sister's 7 years older than me, 6 years older than my oldest brother. She didn't like that whole thing of she got to watch us.
Do you blame her?
Blame her for what?
Running away and not want to take care of you.
No, why would I blame her?
I wish I did that, but yeah.
You got siblings, Creative?
I'm the oldest.
Of how many?
4.
Okay. What, 2 girls, 2 boys?
Yeah.
My mama had 2 girls, 2 boys.
What age group are the men?
I have a brother that's 1 year younger than me, and he's about 7 or 8 years younger than me. He's like 24, 25.
Your sister's where in there? In the middle of the boys?
My sister is 1 year younger than my younger brother.
So it's you, then 2 boys, then a girl.
Yeah.
So are you involved in your brother's lives?
No, they're in New York, and they totally different than what I'm doing and what I'm into.
Do you believe that they're kind to women?
My brother is on the other side.
What does that mean? See, this is my
what do that mean, Creative?
This is my thing when I'm talking Creative. She mean them niggas is gangster. They probably pimping on them young girls.
My brother is gay.
Oh, he's gay.
One of my
you got 2 brothers though.
Huh?
You got 2 brothers though, right?
Yeah.
They both.
I knew. You know what's crazy, Creative?
One of them
I knew exactly what you meant when you said that.
Oh, you did? Right over their head, right?
Hey, wait, Creative. I already said Mars Venus, and here she on again another night with a big snack. They never.
How does it feel to
be way too big to put in your mouth?
Did you have?
I can't eat my sandwich.
You had a father? Did y'all have did they have a father in their lives?
No, I was born in the Caribbean. My dad is in the Caribbean.
And then you think that had a big play on why they turned out gay?
No, actually, one of them. His dad was in the States. I think he was like that. When he was like 3 or 4 years old, he would wear my mother's heels and walk around the house.
Do you think that's because that's all he watched? He didn't watch it. He didn't have his father there to watch, to study. So he had to study the woman that he revered.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because he was like a kid for like the longest time. For like, when I left home, he was like 11, 12, or 13. But he used to run around with like Spider-Man costumes and do all of that stuff.
Then that's he coming up wearing your dresses and stuff.
No, she said he was like that at 3.
Yeah.
And plus, her other brother grew up in the same environment, and he's not gay.
Yeah, he's not gay. He's straight.
So
one is in the anime, the other one is in the dick.
oh my God.
Why you gotta say it like that?
What did I tell you about
What's penis? So one is in the
How did
anime,
you
the
feel
other one is in
to
the
have
penis.
your brother? Can I tell you a story?
Go ahead.
It was me and my guy. His name Black. He was from Chicago,
You got a guy? Okay.
and this be long live my boy Black. And he got a son. Matter of fact, I see his son him all the time. And his son is gay and got a whole boyfriend. Now his son is like 6'4", and his boyfriend like 5'6", 5'7". And now when you look at my guy, he's a stone. He's one of them niggas. And so we was having a conversation one time. Me, him, and the other guys. We was just having a conversation, and he said, "Man, I'm trying to work everything out with my son, get my son to move down here with me. They moved from Chicago, and so he moved his son down there. And that's my first time meeting his son. I'm like, oh shit, I wasn't gonna. I was like, damn, shocked that he gay, but he said, yeah, man. The next day he came to me. He's like, yeah, man, my son and his boyfriend want to move in with me. I was like, Black, I don't think he should do that. That's all I said. I said that's all I said. My guy Black snapped. He said, "Oh, Jay, man, that's fucked up, man. You that's my motherfucking son, man. That's my son, man. Why would you say some shit like that? You know what? I'm gonna love my son no matter what. Motherfucker won't fuck with that dude. Can't mess with me."
He's absolutely right.
He's right.
Right. So we said, okay.
Yeah.
So it was like a week or two that went by, and the reason why I said that, because I told my cousin one time that I got 2 cousins that's gay. One of them is just gay, and one of them is like a woman. And my cousin, we used to draw semis. And he used to draw semis. We used to always go to Indianapolis, drop off a load, and we used to always pass through Chicago. And my cousin that's gay they both live in Chicago, and so we went to Chicago on the way there, to drop off the load, and we stopped by cousin's house. And I remember he had made some like De Niro pizza, and he asked my big cousin to go in the room with him.
Or De Niro?
Now, the journal, yeah. Okay. He asked now I was finna tell my cousin not to go in that room, but I know him. My cousin would have bust me out, and if he would have bust me out, nothing would have never happened. Then it would just look like I'm just a messed up person. So that's my cousin's in the room. I'm sitting up there eating this good ass cheesy pizza, thick as hell. I like my crust thick, stuffed crust with the cheese. And my cousin come run on there. He's like, "Come on, Lil Jane, let's go." I was like, "Damn, we just got here." And so we go down the stairs. He was rushing down the stairs. He turned back around once he got closer to the door. He's like, "Man, don't you know this motherfucker just try to grab my dick?"
Oh my God, JP.
So let me go back to the story. So that's why I said that to my guy Black, and so it was like a week or 2 later, right? Now it was me and Black and all the guys, even though he cussed me out. But when we cuss each other out, we don't hold no grudges. And so I had got paid that day, so I had bought some drinks and stuff. And he want his little blunts. I gave him I was finna give him like $10, give him some weed or something. And he like, man, like he had this look on his face. He was like, "Man, Jane." I was like, "What?" Me and the other guy was like, "What happened? What happened?" Because he had this like dead look on his face. Man, he like, "Man, I moved my son and his boyfriend in my house, man." We like, what happened? Because the way how he sounded like somebody died. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? What happened? He be like, "Man, them 2 little niggas was fucking in my fucking house, man." Now he had a 1 bedroom, so
why are you
he can actually hear it. He can actually hear it. So me and the guys, we just sitting up there looking like, And then when he told us, like, man, what really fucked it up, man, that little motherfucker had my son. That little motherfucker had my son screaming like a bitch. I'm talking about, we were just all just stuck. Like, when we heard that, bro, it felt like the spirit left out of us.
But you look so
It wasn't a funny moment. It was like we was in shell shock. Because it's one thing to know his son gay, but it's another thing when he actually heard his son getting popped over, you know, is really doing it. It's for real.
Okay. So we can't listen. But that's what his son likes. We are not here to pick and choose what he likes.
Creative.
Or what he do with his body.
Just happened.
Man, I think that we lived it, man. I'm talking about it hurted all us there. All the guys who just sitting up there looking like that fucked us up.
So here's the thing, JP. I'm not a parent, but however, if I was, I think it would mess up any parent to hear their child having sex with another person. Period. Point blank. End of story.
No, that's false.
No, I'm sure when your children grow up.
No, when it comes to my sons, if I have sons, it's a different story.
Hear me out. Whenever your children grow up, if they're in your house,
it's time to go to bed.
And you come home and somebody in there driving them.
No, y'all make a pally, you go there.
You are. You're gonna feel some type of way. You're gonna feel that same.
He's gonna be mad.
You're gonna feel that same.
No, but it's still not gonna be the same because it's still you still gonna come to the realization that that's natural, right?
Let me ask you this, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Did you feel a level of what people would call disgust?
It was beyond that.
Okay, so that's what I think.
It felt ungodly.
I think that's what a parent would feel.
No, it's no. I know you're trying to say no. No, I know what you're trying to say, but no, it's not. It's not the same.
It's the same.
Even though men don't want their daughters and them doing that, but at some point you're gonna accept it. Okay, that's natural.
Men don't want.
But when it comes to a man's son doing that with another man and getting bent over by another man, bro, that's like evil.
It's not. They're having fun. How is it evil?
And this is why men need to leave women.
They're two consenting adults engaging.
And this is why you can't conflate the American government and government rules with the natural order of God. I don't need a Bible to tell me that God created men to only because creating with the opposite gender creates life. You never create life with two of the same.
We're not talking about that. That's not the argument. You're saying that you were disgusted. Your friend was disgusted about what he did.
It felt ungodly. It felt like it was like devil worshiping.
We got somebody who want to question you. They gonna hit the part.
It was like devil worshiping.
It's not devil worship. It's just
it is because you practicing the act that wasn't godly. God wasn't nowhere in that.
Who are you to say that? Like,
who am I? A person that's closer to God. Because if God was in that, because God creates sex to reproduce.
Who am I?
So sex. So would you agree, creative? Sex is mainly to reproduce. True or false?
False.
Sex was created to reproduce.
You're right. Sex is made.
So if it was
creative,
God creates sex to reproduce. Can you reproduce with the same gender?
Yeah, but sex to be an enjoyment.
Can you reproduce with the same gender? Anything? Yeah, drinking alcohol or smoking crack is a good time, but it's the devil.
Question, JP.
It's the devil.
Wait, every lady you slept with, did you have a baby for them?
No, but I could have.
Okay, all right. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I'm doing it with the delegated person that I'm supposed to.
Did you enjoy it? I have a question
for Chanel and Creative Solutions.
I enjoy a lot of evil shit, but not that evil.
I have a question for Chanel and Creative Solutions.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Why do y'all allow a nigga with white appliances to yell at y'all?
He's not yelling.
You defending him too much.
Am I defending him?
You're a
Are you
renegade.
yelling,
You
Mr.
out of
J.
pocket.
Prince?
You out of
Are
pocket.
you giving us smoke right now?
I don't want to give you. You know what I want to give you? It ain't smoke. Go ahead, Chanel.
Chanel.
And stop lying,
creative.
creative.
But anyway, J. Prince, like I was saying,
I know what to do. I know what to do with that boxy booty.
Okay, I know J. Prince has had many sexual encounters, and it did not result in a baby being born.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Why can't other humans have the same encounters?
Well, this is where women emotions and feelings and fairy tales become dangerous.
How?
Because this is why men should never been raised with their mother.
What about
because of course you don't see nothing wrong with it because you are you okay with being dominated. So this is who women are anyway. So you view lenses from a female understanding. That's why y'all put barrette on anything, right? So when it comes to a man, you're not going to understand that dynamic because you are not a man. So you won't understand how detrimental that is.
It's really good.
You know, it's crazy.
Like, for example, I don't agree with nobody getting great, but when a man get great, that shit hit worse.
Can a man
he damn near might as well take his life.
No, it wasn't like that because he consented.
What is creative up here talking about? Who consented?
He's talking about his story about the two guys engaging in a sexual activity that they both consented in. Nobody took advantage of nobody. He willingly was a participant.
No, but what I said, I don't agree with great period. I don't agree with great period.
That's not great.
Well, you have both of them wrong.
It's not. I'm saying it's not.
Great period is wrong, but when a man get great, that hits worse.
What?
Girl, don't engage. Don't even let it.
I disagree.
That hits worse. I'm not taking the credibility of women. I'm saying both of it wrong. But I think on the scales, if you had to scale the two, women still can survive and women still will live. But when it comes to a man getting great, that's why they don't tell nobody. Men not going to tell even if they get great as a kid. They're not going to tell nobody because they feel like they will have to delete themselves. Because at that point, if a man get raped in prison or whatever the case, at that point he might as well be a woman. I don't care if the man that raped him was wrong. You will always get looked at as a man that got his innocence taken. No matter if you deleted the man, bro, you got raped. So at that point, you no longer a man.
You understand Jay, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Jay? Thank you. Can I ask you a question, Jay?
You look like a hit dog. He came up here already enraged.
Listen, Nightish, we about to mute you because it's not happening today.
All right, I got a question for you,
about getting mute. Y'all got to get over that.
Go ahead.
All right, so stop. All right, so you know how like people eat the Oreos, like sometimes they open them up and like they they'll eat the white part and they'll just like chew them up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So for you, like, do you drink the liquid from the Tide Pod first, or you just start slamming those bastards one after the next until your brain is just?
Well, you say cookies like mush. Chocolate chip. You said cookies.
He's talking about Oreos.
Oh damn. Okay.
Go ahead. Repeat that, because he's a little bit.
I was saying, like with the Oreos. For you, Jay, do you drink the liquids from the Tide Pods first, or do you just start chewing them one by one until your brain is nothing but fucking mush?
I don't know. It depends on what type of mood I'm in. If I'm hungry, I don't know.
Those options are shit options. If you drink, if you eating any kind of Tide Pod, which is stuff to wash your clothes.
What's Tide Pod?
It's a little thing that have.
It's funny.
Dishwashing.
He couldn't have proved my point more effectively.
I didn't know I didn't understand your question. You said something about cookies, then you start talking about soap.
Tide is a laundry detergent. Tide Pods is liquid versions of the laundry detergent that you put in modern washing machine.
Okay, so what?
Do you eat it? Go ahead.
Oh, he was asking, do I eat some? I don't got to answer stupidity.
You already did, buddy, and you couldn't have done a better job with your fucking answer.
So I take it that you take dick.
Oh no.
So
Just because
why would you come up there asking me a question?
We're not using that language.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm understanding why we come up here acting like he opposing what my beliefs, as if he's more in agreement with two men performing those devilish acts.
Let me put it to you this way, right? Just about anything that you have said, and this is someone who is like, I'm heterosexual, I got a wife. Literally the options: watch gay corn or listen to you speak. I would go to the corn every single goddamn time.
Well, it
wouldn't even be like a challenge.
I think you might need to have a severe conversation with your wife. It's a lot of men like you, 2026. I see white men, they don't mind doing experimenting with all different type of stuff. That's probably why you so offended about heterosexual. I mean, if gay people get to speak what they want to speak, well, how come us heterosexual can't? I mean, we are the chosen. The heterosexual is a chosen sexuality from God. So anything outside of that, I can critique it.
Okay, so then let's play this.
You got here through what? How did you get birth? You got birthed by heterosexual acts, or you got birthed by two gay people?
I don't even understand how you think you're making a point by saying that.
Because you offended by what I'm saying. Talking about you rather watch gay porn like you always been doing, compared to listening to what I'm saying. The only thing I'm doing is defending.
You gotta say
corn to watch gay corn, and the only thing I'm doing is trying to protect the original way of being intimate, the godly way. And with the godly way creates you. This is how you was created. You was created the original normal way, heterosexual.
The godly way also lets a woman in the Bible be mercilessly, completely great.
No, I'm not talking about the Bible. I don't believe in the Bible.
Oh, that's a legal issue. At least that going for you. So then I would stop.
I don't need a God. We don't need a Bible. I hate that the Bible is the face of God, and Jesus is the face of God, face of life. No, you don't need a Bible or Jesus to be able to understand that. Okay, God made two separate genders for one. It's like a puzzle piece. You can't put the same piece. You can take any puzzle, and two of the same pieces will never connect ever. Right. I don't care how much you feel, how bad you feel that they should connect. It won't never ever in life connect. So there's only one way to connect that.
Except it actually does.
Hey, I'm here for it. Ignorant.
So two of the same pieces can't connect.
Two people say the most ignorant-ish they can possibly think of. And I think JP gonna beat this McKinney, whatever he calls himself, marketing dude. You can't be more ignorant than
so. Why you are so against? Because the only thing I'm speaking on is defending heterosexual. You against heterosexual acts?
What heterosexual thing needs defending? Go ahead.
Because I'm speaking on defending heterosexual, no. And you coming up here feeling offended.
Nope. The question was, I'll say it again. What does heterosexual sex need defending? What needs to be defended?
What needs to be defended because they're making that a norm. They making the opposite a norm.
Okay, so like next
to the point where little kids are doing that.
Yeah,
Will Smith's son cutting off his penis. You don't see an issue with that?
No, he's not. Is he?
No, it's not my.
Not Will Smith. Not Will Smith. I'm sorry, Will Smith. I'm talking about that basketball player,
Magic Johnson.
Not Magic Johnson. The other dude. He married to Gabrielle Union.
Okay. So a gay couple, they get married. How are you hurt? How are you hurt? Tell me. What hurts you? Show me.
First off, I don't believe in man-made marriages. That's one. Secondly, it's a message.
Go back. What hurts you?
What hurts me is the messages, and then they pushing that on online where television and media sends messages where people gonna be watching it, and then they start learning from that and picking up traits. Well, a lot of us have learned this stuff from television. We learn how to be gangsters and stuff from televisions or radios and stuff like that. So when they put two gay men
It's
married,
looking like you
they
failed
making
everything you
it a norm.
So
The
my
message,
God. So if it's a norm,
the message is okay. They making that okay.
and
wait
so
1 second.
how does
One
it hurt
creator right
you?
here. This is where you make the 8-minute clip, 9-minute clip, and put it out. Because of the BS that you just heard, it sounds so goofy. That
So let me take it. Are you in the?
No, answer my question for fuck's sake. How were you hurt?
I was hurt because as a man, to watch another man to be dominated and watch men to operate like that, it does hurt my spirit.
So then you are basically, I can't say this word because I'm not trying to fuck up Chanel.
Claustrophobia.
No, you are just a bitch. Like you are weak as
Whoa.
shit. Like you are so fucking fragile. If this is what hurts you,
Yeah, just be quiet.
you are fragile
Why I
as
gotta be
shit.
quiet?
You are brittle.
McKinnon, don't attack.
Yes, I am brittle to what is that word? To G, I'm gonna say G side, right? I'm brittle to they try to G side manhood and masculinity, and they trying to feminize masculinity and making that is kind of hurtful that they and it goes against our God created stuff. So anytime you doing something against God and God's order, if it hurt God, it hurts me.
Okay, until you can show me like a jar of God, that's like, hey, this is what the laws are. I don't give a damn about this whole God.
Well, the laws is the laws.
abandon that.
Well, I can show you. The laws is if me and creative get together and we be intimate, it's a big, highly possibility she could end up pregnant. We could create life, and that she be the mother of my child, and I will be the father of her child. But
You can
two
also
men can
give
never
her
do that, nor two
diseases.
women.
Like, you can also give her diseases just because of one result of one thing.
Well, you're gonna get more diseases from two men knocking each other loose, booty or loose.
That's
I
not
don't
the
want.
way
I
it
don't want to
works.
see
That's
you
not the way it
creative
works.
the bubonic
How do you know that?
Because of fucking research. I know I do this incredible superpower that we as humans have. It's called reading.
Oh my god.
Reading? Do you know what you reading? Do it has any validity? Have you got any facts, or you just regurgitating some stuff that was regurgitated to the
I'm
people?
going to tell you that it is more valid
I have
and
a question
validity
for the host.
than anything that you're trying to use God as proof of.
I know, no.
So, yes,
God
I'm
is more.
inherently
No,
better.
a man and a woman being together has more validity because at the end of the
That's not
day,
proof of God.
the proof is we've been here. Life been created millions of years. So
That means
clearly,
nothing.
hold on. What created what keeps life moving is not work or jobs, is sex and having babies. So throughout the beginning of the time, for millions of years since people been on the planet, even animals, they had to do it with opposite genders. Two of the same genders can never create life.
Chanel,
They don't have to.
Is you cool?
What the fuck?
Is you cool? Show me McKinley.
I don't mind.
McKinley. Show me a time where two of the same sex get to reproduce kids.
They don't. But who fucking
right?
cares?
So
You
imagine
keep using- no, you keep using
imagine
that as a bar for something. What
the bar is. Now think about it. Hold on, one night. Imagine that everybody turned like that.
Hey, Prince, the host is talking. The hostess is talking.
Let Mr. McKinnon answer you. You keep talking over him. Go ahead, Mr. McKinnon.
You keep putting on, they have to reproduce. That means nothing aside from people who want to reproduce. There is no moral thing about reproduction. That is just a chemical thing as a biology.
Oh my God.
Reaction. There's nothing that says you have to do this. That only matters to people who want to reproduce.
No, I 100,000% disagree with that. The purpose of sex, I'm going to tell you. So when you was 12, before you turned 12 years old, it was something called puberty. Puberty came in meaning that you no longer is a child now, and you don't bust out hot piss. So now you begin to have semen, And women wounds to get this, she start having menstruals at an early age because now she able to be a mother. So that the proof is with my semen, I get the, if I have stick the dick into some coochie, I'm gonna reproduce. That's always have been morality.
No.
My bad. I'm so sorry.
That's
My bad.
not the point. That is not the point I'm making. I'm not saying that our body, like the men and women, then our bodies are not, have it in them to where they can then reproduce. I'm not suggesting that doesn't think. What I'm telling you is from a societal thing, which gay and heterosexual is a societal and individual thing. It's just not like a biological thing where it's like we have to be built this way. It's the same thing of like the laws that we make and everything else. This is a society thing. It's not biology. You keep going to biology as if that means a damn thing. The only people who care about reproduction are the ones who want to do that. Like that's literally it.
Let me ask you a question. Let's just say if everybody wants to be gay, right? Strictly gay, right? I take it that you strictly dickly. So if everybody hold on, if everybody was gay, do you think life would end?
Yeah, but who fucking cares? Like that. What is this argument?
Nobody evidently.
So God created life. What you mean? Who cares? God gave us life to reproduce, to keep life going.
God doesn't fucking matter. God doesn't fucking matter.
God don't matter.
You cannot show me God, so let's stop using it as if he's in the fucking room.
You looking at him when you look in the mirror. We are the image. We God's children. We God's creation. When you look outside, when you see anything live, it's God.
Nida, stop it.
When you look outside, when you see anything that got life, that's representation of God.
Maybe listen. Okay, so
how come animals not having this argument?
Everybody,
they are. They actually have
everybody.
gay sex. Yes, they do.
Are they having this
Everybody
argument?
pause. Okay, so here's the thing. I firmly disagree with Mr. McKinnon about God doesn't matter because he matters to me. But you can have. I understand. I respect your opinion. I firmly disagree with JP about the whole reproduction thing because I agree with Mr. McKinnon about it only does matter to the people who want to reproduce. I get what you're saying, JP. It matters to the quote unquote greater good. If we want to keep civilization going, we need to have a man and a woman have sex.
Well, that's it then.
Hold on, pause.
No.
But this is the thing. Though, JP. And I will never understand this. I will never understand this. Why anybody is concerned about who other people are choosing to have sex with. Why does it matter? If they're not choosing to have sex with you, if they're not asking you to have sex with them, why do you care? You can say, well, it's about reproduction. But you've already reproduced 3 times, my understanding. And you plan on reproducing more. So nobody's stopping you, which is gonna lead me into our next video. So we're gonna leave it right there.
Hold on, I had one thing to say.
Okay, while I get the video, go right ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I understand McKinnon walking an argument about why put God in this mix. We be talking about standard facts here. Don't bring in religion. That's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, that's really all it was.
Like, wait.
Like, it wasn't me saying like, "Hey, ignore God." Like, if you believe in God, okay, cool. What I'm saying is, if you can't actually show me a God for when I'm trying to base everybody else's life, you may not believe in your God and all this other shit. Let's just leave that out of the room while we talk about what people are doing with their fucking lives.
Because when you do because the reason why you cannot ignore let me just repeat this. So when you doing stuff that's so divine, having sex is the most divine thing that God created because it reproduces and keep life going. So God is within sex. It's divinity because this is how you end up pregnant because this is how you end up pregnant because it's attached to divinity. That's the most biggest power that God gave us in animals to represent God represent God itself is through having sex. The biggest what made God so powerful? God create life. He created woo out the bam, right? So God gave us the image of God to reproduce as well. We get to create life. He gave us that power. So you can't take away the morals from it.
I promise you, what you call sex is not divine.
All right.
Getting pregnant is divine.
We're gonna move on. Y'all can have that conversation, that fight later. Here we go.
Probably heard people say, my body, my choice, to defend abortion. And they're right about one thing. We do have rights over our own bodies. Women deserve that freedom and protection. But bodily autonomy does not include permission to kill innocent human beings. And pregnancy always involves two lives, a woman and a child growing inside of her. When I was pregnant with my son, if that baby had really been part of my body, then I would have had two hearts, two brains, two blood types, and both male and female cells. We know that's not true. So the question isn't whose body, it's whose rights. A right isn't real if it only protects me while denying protection to someone weaker. Our laws already reflect this. Parents have a duty to care for their children, to feed them, to shelter them, and to keep them safe. That duty doesn't suddenly appear at birth. It begins when life begins. We don't excuse neglect after delivery, and we shouldn't excuse violence before it. Dependence doesn't lessen the child's worth. It only deepens our responsibility to protect them. Bodily rights exist to honor both lives, mother and child.
Okay, what do you guys think?
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
What she was getting at? What was she getting at?
Does a woman have the right to have autonomy over her body, whether she wants to have a child?
I would say no, because a lot of times
Really?
the reason why I would say no, because a lot of times women operate from their emotions, and sometimes they can make decisions that don't have no merit. It don't have no real basis. It's all in the feelings. So that's the reason why we got millions and billions of babies who have died because of a woman's emotional decision. She done took away that billions of lives has been deleted.
So hold on. So JP, why do you care about what another woman does with her womb when there's all of these kids that are in foster
God
care?
created
the same way I care
There's
about
all these kids in foster care that's waiting for somebody to adopt them. You're gonna go to the lady who just got pregnant and tell her she can't go and get rid of it.
Well, if she feel like she couldn't take care of that kid, that means she wasn't supposed to be out there committing the act that she knew birds and bees.
Okay, Mr. J. Prince, how many times have you had sex? And every time you had sex, the woman got pregnant.
I don't know. It could be some more out here, but what I am saying, that I'm not gonna delete my baby.
And that's the point. That's the point. You don't even know if the people who you had sex with got pregnant. You don't care. The woman don't even care. She went about her life. She could have got rid of it. She could have did a whole bunch of things. You could have had the baby and had somebody,
Would you been okay if your mom would have did you like that?
Who fucking? That's such a stupid fucking question.
It is what it is.
If your mama would, you gotta think.
No, I don't. It's not that hard.
Let me say you was developed all the way until you 5 to about 8 months, and your mama took you out of here.
I don't agree about that. I think it's from 1 to 3 months. I think anything over like 3 months.
1 to 3 months is still a baby. It's still a child.
No,
it was a child. It was a child when he entered inside your mama. I don't understand why y'all be making that argument saying that a fetus is not a baby. Bro, use a baby the moment, because use a baby the moment your daddy ejaculate inside of your mom.
If you care so much, why you don't adopt the kids at the foster kids?
We're not having an argument about whether or not when life starts. We're having an argument about, does a person have the autonomy over their body? So do you have the right to do what you want medically with your body, JP?
I say yes, because men are more emotional stable. I don't think women that's emotional unstable is unhealthy to allow her to make a emotional decision that can be very extremely dangerous. Okay, and obviously millions of babies have found out the wrath of these emotional unstable women.
Let me ask Jay Prince, do you think every guy that sleeps with a woman cares about what happens after?
Yes and no.
There you go. You were just agreeing.
No, yes and no. If she get pregnant, like it doesn't matter what nobody care. It's you still created. Let's say the mom and the dad don't care. There's instances like that. So the baby shouldn't have to live because the mom and the daddy don't care.
That's up to the mother. What if the mother wasn't like she had all these health concerns and health conditions?
Who said that it was up to the mother?
And her body can't carry the baby. It's her body, her choice. Like
According to who?
According to her anatomy. Like
no, I think that we use European laws. As we got this European man up here, we use their laws, and you could tell their laws contradict God.
Okay, Mr. McKinnon, go ahead. What did you have to say?
Oh, thank fucking God. Oh my God, yes. Oh, it's okay. He was frozen. Anyway, look, there's just two things. One, I just think it's funny that the guy who is saying that women are emotional is the guy who is saying that if he even heard of gay sex happening around him, he was hurt. But that's another thing. Okay, the second part, I'll give you one example or one circumstance, right? Where if you want to make it to where a woman doesn't have bodily autonomy, then here's the deal, okay? If she gets pregnant, right, it is a fact that she has a chance of dying in childbirth, right? So they are going to just do Russian roulette, just a big fucking wheel. Most of them are going to be no, right? But in the event where she lives, we're going to spin that fucking wheel. And if it lands on yes, you're getting a fucking bullet to the head. Because if you want to sit here and make it to where they have to have they can't have bodily autonomy, they don't get to have choice, and they have to do something that could literally fucking kill them, which is what the birthing process can do. It can absolutely kill a woman. If she lives, we spin the wheel. Most of them, the chance is pretty good. You're not going to die, but there's going to be one that says bullet. If you want to agree to that, cool, let's do it.
Okay, so I would say, I understand the little slick tactics that you're using. So what you're trying to do is use a fear tactic on women that that they always have, and that they always speak about, and you manipulating them with you manipulating the whole argument about them dying or giving birth and all this other to hold on, let me finish. You try to manipulate that. You manipulating them by throwing something that most women is fear of to control, to push off your gender, evil gender. You already agreeing with, when you first came up here, you mainly agree with gay sets and stuff like that. So I take it that you don't mind people. You don't mind people. Well, you don't mind people that does stuff like this, right? So you illustrate you using, it's like you emotionally manipulating them so you could push off a evil agenda.
Nope. Once again,
that's exactly what you're doing.
I'll ask the question again. I'll even do it slower. Okay. Do women die in childbirth sometimes? Yes or no?
Rarely.
Yes or fucking no, buddy?
I said rarely. Yes, rarely.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so rarely, just like with the analogy with the wheel, most of the time the answer is going to be no. But if you want it to be equal, if you want to force women to where they don't have a choice, they can't abort the baby, they have to go through something that does have a chance of them dying in childbirth, then if they fucking live, you have to undergo the exact same threat.
So that means no women, since we have that example where women have died, can possibly die. So that means no women should have babies then.
No, what the fuck?
Because it's a possibility by your logic, it's a possibility that can die.
No, that's literally the definition of autonomy. You get to choose if you're willing to face that risk.
Well, I disagree with you. Don't
define autonomy for me then.
I know what you talking about, ownership of their own body. I think that if women get pregnant, if the best decision they should make is to use protection. God did not make creation bad, right? And you trying to make it look like creating life is a bad thing. In millions of years, we got billions of people, trillions of people that been. Hold on, we got more than that. We got gazillions of people who walked this life didn't have that. That wasn't an issue of women dying.
JP, hold on. Let me read actual facts. Okay.
No, wait. When you said that's actual facts, because they say Google don't tell 100% facts.
Okay.
So how do you know
If
this
you
is
want
facts?
the real facts, Chanel, you need to ask his God.
It could be a white man like him saying that this facts.
I'm gonna read
I'm
what
native.
the statistics say. Okay.
Statistics don't mean facts.
Listen, just listen. Black women face a severe maternal health crisis, experiencing a maternal mortality rate
Y'all believe anything, bro.
per
Far more
100,000
risk.
births.
Y'all believe, bro.
Just listen. You don't have to believe it. I'm not trying to drag you over. You don't have to believe it.
Okay, I want to answer this too.
This is more than 3 times the rate for white women.
Yep.
And
Right.
the highest among all racial groups in the United States. So that means we're 3 times more likely to die and in childbirth, Black women are, than white women. And we have the highest mortality rate, meaning we have the highest rate of all racial groups in the United States of dying during childbirth. So when you speak in the way that you're speaking, and this is not just me pulling up stuff. I know doctors, I'm a woman, you know, things like that. It's just, and I'm Black and I'm a woman, right? Things like this. This is research, meaning they go out
research.
And I'm not sure if you understand hold on, just let me finish. I'm not sure if you understand exactly how research works, but what I'll give you an example of how research works, right? So if someone is in the world saying, you know what, the sun goes down in Houston, Texas every day at 5 p.m. Everybody on this panel could say, how do you know that, Chanel? How do you know that to be true, right? She could just be saying anything out of her mouth. She could just be reading that on Google. We don't know if she's telling the truth, right? So what they do is they say, we're going to send people out. We're going to go see, we're going to have our watches on, and we're going to go see if the sun goes down every day at 6 p.m. like Chanel said it did. And they're going to do this over a period of time. They're not going to say, we're going to just do this for 30 days or 50 days or
as if they still can't lie.
Hold on, pause. They're going to do it for probably hundreds of days or not hundreds of years, or maybe even 30 years to prove the point. That's what research does. They don't say we're just going to stop at 1, we're going to stop at 5, we're going to stop at 30. They do it over a long period of time. So then they could say that this is what's happening in this particular study. That's what research represents. What you're saying
Bring me up on your other phone.
What we're saying is, what you're saying is you're going to throw all of that away, even though you know every morning you take your children to school when they go to school, right? At 8 a.m., right? You're taking them to school because somebody told you it was 8 a.m., right? Somebody told you, but also the sun comes out, the school bell rang, all of these other things. Are you saying you're not going to agree with doing that that's false? Even though you're doing it every single day when you take your kids to school? Of course you're not going to think that, right? Because you realize that the daytime came, it's early in the morning, school starts at this time. So I'm going to go with this is the time that people are supposed to be going to school.
So let me just.
It's the same thing here. Somebody has done research. Somebody has asked
medical
professionals
can't be this
how many people died that are white women. How many Asian women? How many and what ages were they? What color were they? What ethnicity were they? Where are they from? All of these things are part of the research. And what happens is those people aren't biased. They're just taking actual numbers.
They're not biased. Oh my God. So
what I'm saying is
you don't know none of these people.
Jay-Z, Lord. JP, you can't be biased if you say 50 women died at a hospital. How is that biased? It's just provable. Somebody can say my daughter went into the hospital and she didn't come out. That would mean she died. So if my daughter went into the hospital and she was pregnant and she was Black and she was between the ages of 17 and 35, we can put that in a statistical data and say my daughter died. You can't say to me, oh no, that didn't happen, Chanel. That's false. You can't say to
Chanel, you don't understand.
What's not being told, their health conditions and a lot of other stuff. Can I answer your question? Because you're giving me these long.
Go ahead, JP. Answer my question.
So I want to answer your question with some questions.
No, answer the question.
No, hold on.
Answer the fucking question.
Hey, can you mute this motherfucker?
He gonna stop. Relax, JP. You don't have to call him.
So here's the thing. You've been to college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard something called critical thinking?
Ooh, you tried it.
Oh my
Have you heard,
God.
no, man. Have you heard
Go ahead,
something?
JP. Go ahead.
Have you heard of something called critical thinking?
Yes, we all have.
So with critical thinking, right? Have you ever heard of something called Margaret Sanger?
That sounds familiar, but no.
He's
You
talking
never heard of
about the
Margaret
lady who
Sanger?
did the experiment, right?
Yeah. So have you ever heard of something called population control?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of something called slavery? Have you ever heard of something called lynching? Right? So with the critical thinking, right? If they created a Planned Parenthood that was once called the Negro Project, what was the Negro Project? To hate a nigga before they is born, right? That was the mission statement of Margaret Sanger, right? And this is the majority of the white people during that time. This is their mission, to kill off the black race, right? And then they used to sneak and put contraceptives to prevent black women from reproducing even back then, right? So they was intentionally trying to stop black women from reproducing themselves, right? And so later on down the years, they had to remove the name of this white guilt called from the Negro Project to Planned Parenthood, right? And so now they came, do you believe in, they're using strategies, right? And so now they implemented a fear. Just like how they got us to believe in Jesus Christ. If you don't believe in Jesus, you're going to hell. So this convinced us, oh, I better not even think about not believing in Jesus, right? That's the critical thinking. I call it my nigga magical mathing, right? So with my nigga magical mathing, what you just described to me, they specifically pointed out black women and put a fear, and because they understand black women operate from fears, right? Emotional fears. So, and then they also understand that black women receives more information from the powers that be than anybody else, right? And so when they told you that black women is 3 times more to die behind giving birth, how that do not correlate with population control, slavery, Planned Parenthood, the Negro Project, to hate the nigga before he's born. And so basically, instead of them have to force you to not reproduce, they made you believe, and they put the fear of making you believe that you shouldn't reproduce because it's somehow black women somehow 3 times the most that would die giving birth. And I landed with this. That's probably why we have the lowest rates here in America.
So here's the thing, JP. Part 1, stop acting like you care about what happens to black women. We're gonna start there because you don't care. You've been on this down to YouTube for years talking about all the black women that you hate. So, but I hear you. Part 2 is all they are doing is tracking the women that actually have died. So it doesn't have anything to do.
Compared to how many women that didn't.
It doesn't have anything to do when a woman dies in childbirth, has nothing to do with a woman aborting a child. These are
so how many women died compared to ones that didn't?
Listen to me. These are 2 separate things. If a woman dies in a car crash, you can't say that's the same thing as a woman dying of a heart attack. They're 2 separate things. So if a woman dies in childbirth, that's completely different from a woman aborting a child. They're 2 separate things. So you're trying to mesh them together and correlate them, and they're not correlated.
Well, if women have died eating chicken, that's a fact, right?
You're talking about.
So should women stop eating chicken because a few women died from eating chicken?
JP, it's not the same. What I'm saying to you is, when a woman, I only pull that up.
Why do you trust what these white folks say so much?
It's not about that. I'm telling
you.
You
Google
fine. Here.
No. I'm not saying that. We were only talking about a person's right over their own body.
Yeah.
Somehow it went to the aborting stuff, and we can't.
So you took the minority and you made it the biggest. You made them the majority.
JP, we were only talking about your rights, your autonomy over your own body.
I'm not. We went past that when you start talking about the fears, because you brought up the women, the little bitty women that died. How come you ain't bringing up the women that got 9, 10, 12 different baby daddies, kids? Because
that's not the same study.
Because I wasn't even going to go.
That's not the same study.
We were talking about your right to do what you want with your body. So
why would you hang on the little people that died compared to millions that didn't?
Move it away. We're going to move it away from the A word, okay? We're just only talking about if a person, not a woman, but a person has the right to have a medical procedure, something that they're doing between them and their doctor. If you decide that you want to, and I know you would never do this, Mr. Prince, but if you decided that you needed to have surgery, whatever that surgery might be for you, this is a decision you made. Do you think that the government should have the right to tell you you can't have surgery if you want to?
I see what this is. So basically,
oh my
this.
God.
No. Basically, this what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I figured out what's the thing. Y'all always do this. Y'all go to the stream.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you just figured it out.
Instead of we was talking about the A word.
We wasn't.
We gonna say Planned Parenthood and the baby, right?
Not. You were.
No, hold on, right? I brought that up, right?
Yeah.
So this white man came up here and brought up instead of because I was targeting women. Autonomy means a women having a choice of keeping a baby and not. He brought up something that said that they can die. And so that's not the same question. Let's say if you was my wife and you finna give birth to the baby and the doctor say, okay, she had this baby, she can die. That's not, compared to you, my wife again, and you get pregnant and you want to go and say, man, I don't want this baby. That's totally different into the conversation.
So
that's and you so goddamn smart, right? You so damn smart, and since he's a white man that putting fear in your stupid ass, you went right.
You gotta go. You can't do that.
Bye.
We're not doing that.
I gotta go.
Because why
you're a dick.
Stupid? I haven't called
why you gotta say that? Like all of that. We just
because black women kills me with this.
You can be hold on, wait.
Let me make it seem like I changed the topic.
JP, you can be respectful. You don't have to attack me. You could not like what I'm saying. I haven't attacked you.
Well, okay, I don't gotta call you stupid. I think you should self-evaluate the education that you received.
Listen,
because every time you bring up smart,
no, JP,
you go to Google.
I let you talk, so let me speak. Okay, this was not about that. The video I played, the lady, she's on one. She believes with the same thing you believe, and I'm gonna say this too. I used to believe that for a long period of time, but I believe that everybody should have the right to self-determine what for themselves. I don't think that if JP wants to go have sex with 30 women and have them all have his babies, it's not my business. That's what JP wants to do with his penis, and those women want to do with their bodies.
Exactly.
Who am I to tell you that no, you're not allowed to do that? That's what you want to do with your penis and your body. And that's the same thing. I get what you're saying. Well, the A word is different. I get it. I agree.
But don't send missed messages.
Let me finish. I'm saying this. I'm of two minds. My first mind is I wouldn't do that, right? That's not something I would do because I don't believe in that. However, I would not ever tell anyone that they should, but I'm not going to tell anyone that they can't either.
But are you really godly? Because think about this, Chanel.
I don't have God. Listen, have you read?
Hold on, because I'm going to tell you this. Before we had condoms, well, if you don't want it, before we had condoms, right? Because condoms have a birth date. Mm-hmm. It wasn't created when life started, right? Mm-hmm. And before we had contraceptives, right?
Contraception.
Yeah. So before we had that, when you have sex, that was the results of having babies. So I would say for the people that do not want babies, you shouldn't have sex. Because sex was strictly from God to reproduce. It wasn't made for condoms. It wasn't made for birth control. Every woman, can I land it with this?
Go ahead.
A good caveat. All those birth contraceptives.
Submissive women.
Women got a woman. A lot of what he didn't bring up, birth control and all that shit. A lot of women got sicker. A lot of women got sicker with those birth controls. Why you ain't talking about that? Right? Because it's unnatural. Sex is only made to reproduce. Yeah, you can try to come up with these concepts and all this other shit, but sex is. Let me ask McKinney. Do you got kids, McKinney?
I got 4.
Okay.
Oh, whoa! Your whole you out. It's over for you.
I think Janelle might be following along
I'm
with
not
that
gonna keep listening to
she might be telling herself.
and beard don't
She didn't have kids at a certain time. She probably told herself that is.
We can't have you monopolize the conversation. Creative has something to say. Go ahead, Creative.
I was gonna say, Jay Prince, did you enjoy having sex with those women who did not have babies for you?
Creative.
This is a trick question.
You said what?
Did you enjoy having sex with those babies, with those women with no responsibility?
Yes, I try to get every last one of them pregnant.
But did those ladies get pregnant, or did they have birth control?
A lot of them had birth control, them needles in their arm before I even got to them.
So why did you sleep with them if you don't agree with that?
I did not know.
For those women. They dodged a fucking
but now I don't sleep with women that can't have kids.
The answer to your question is for the feeling.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not a benefactor.
My main intention is to get them pregnant too, though.
You said what?
So hold on, wait. No, hold on.
My intention is to get them pregnant. Creative, I will get you pregnant.
Hold on. I have a serious question.
Creative, stay away from wherever the fuck he is at all costs. Do not go near him. Do not go past go. All right?
I want y'all to pay attention to something. Every time a white man come around, we got to review what white people say. Creative and them gave us some white studies, right? Last time was the white man. They doing it today, and then a white man come up here, and she allowed that man to implement something that we weren't even talking about to illustrate a point of pro-choice or pro-not, the autonomy. He brought up instances in typically if the woman is sick and she had to choose between her death or the baby, compared to a woman basically saying, okay, I'm gonna go fuck all these men who are pregnant and just delete the baby.
Can I just say
hold on
something?
1 second. Hold on, Mr. McKinnon. I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
Creative, and hold your thought, Mr. McKinnon. You want to go ahead and shout out everybody in the chat? Hey, everybody. Hey,
oh yes. What's up, Mahogany?
Motherfuckers.
Mahogany Blues, Chocolate Earth. Hey y'all. I see
LA
God. I see the LA Project.
Oh, LA Project. Sorry.
And then I see Tone.
Hey, Big Lips.
IJ.
LA here.
And Next Level. What's up?
My boy. What's up, Next Level? He need to be up here.
All right, go ahead, Mr. McKinnon.
Okay.
And Chocolate Earth, you need to hit the panel.
Yeah, we would love to hear from you.
Yeah, so it can be 3 people that can tell me to stop talking.
She come from a biased perspective, bro. She don't come from
a white man is cockroach looking dude and Chocolate Earth, so that I can be told to shut up. Go ahead.
So there was a lot that was said. I've been trying to get a moment to ask if don't answer because Jesus Christ, no more. All right, we're good. I was just gonna say I was trying to get to a point where I could ask, would a black study that was conducted by the black community about black women and the birth rates there, or the death rates during childbirth, if that was gonna mean anything to you, like, because there's been plenty of those. It's not just run by white people. This is almost literally as solid of evidence that we have as for germ theory. Also, your idea that I was talking about women who were like the sick and that's when they die shows how much you don't understand about childbirth, and how there's multiple different factors that happen during childbirth where they can bleed out. There's like all these different infections that can happen during the point, like during the act of it. There's so many different things that can happen. My point was not to then bring up, the death thing. Is like, if you are so staunch about the women not having autonomy, there is one scenario where if we're going to say no woman has autonomy over their body, I can accept that arrangement, provided that men are under the exact same threat that women are under. And I've already mentioned to you, I don't know why you keep saying like, oh, well, the millions of women who also gave birth. Like, that's not the point. The point is that there is a chance, and it's not just a small chance, like getting struck by lightning twice. It's just small comparative to how many people, successfully give birth, but there is still millions of women who die in childbirth, right? And if that is the case, then you too, if you're going to force women to where they don't have bodily autonomy, where if they are pregnant, they have to carry through with it. All I was saying is the only way that's fair is if she lives, then we got to spin the wheel to see if you die, because that was the gauntlet that she just went through. That was the risk that her life was under. That was the only point that I was making, not that we should just never have sex and fuck the human race and everyone should die. That was nowhere near my point.
So can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, McKinley? So you saying that black women die and stuff?
Well, I mean, not just black women, but
yes, they die more. They die more than all other races, right? But black women been on the planet for millions of years. And it been billions of black women having babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now all of a sudden, when we have the Eurocentric influence, now all of a sudden, out of billions of years, millions at least, of black women having not just one baby, not 2 or 3, but 9, 20. My great-grandmama had 20 different kids, right? Now all of a sudden, since we got the white influence, that also with nuance, they also came up with acceptables to prevent black women from having kids. So do you think that, let's say that it is the truth, do you think somebody, right, created a system or a medication or something that if a black woman do get pregnant, it can cause death by their own agenda, meaning that putting something in their food to the point where if a woman get pregnant, she dies, or because it just don't make logical sense. Black women been on the planet for millions of years, had many babies, outlived all other races of women, but as soon as we get white folks doing research and studies, now black women all of a sudden dying at their having birth. So do you think somebody has some type of negative influence on black women?
Now, let me finish, because I agree with you. Just let me finish. I'm trying to have actually a conversation with you, okay? Just hear me, okay? All right, listen. Yeah, there is a fuckload of negative influences that Europeans had, towards the black community, specifically in this country, especially. Now, it's also carried over because of the colonization of in Africa and everything, where there's a lot of those issues that were for a long period of time. And there were absolutely things to where they introduced multiple different, whether it was, health practices that they denied certain communities where you're talking about, and I don't take offense, just hear me, all right? Just listen, please listen. You're going down a thing that I could not have evidence for. Like you're saying, like they're putting things in the food. I think the food thing would probably apply to a lot of people, which is also we're having really low birth rates and all these other things. I think there's a very strong chance that it could happen to black women more. That's what the studies are showing, that it's happening to, there's more cases where more black women are impacted by all of these negative different things. I think there are things that are happening to all women, but it's going to impact the negative, like the black community a lot more because of decades and centuries of all of this like systemic things were done that have made it to where, and because a lot of these things with like the pregnancy and child are really not so much like what you're saying, like you're ingesting certain foods.
If you let this white man keep babbling on and on and
go ahead, McKinnon.
Thank you. It's not so much foods, like it is genuinely like less of access to doctors, less
y'all
of access
can't
to
have
quality
favors
healthcare.
and act like y'all fair.
There's multiple different factors, right? So is there like you're trying to say, like, at least it sounded, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it sounded like you're saying
at least y'all being straightforward with
let
that man that's been talking the whole
Stop. Jesus Christ.
Jay Prince, when I say this, I'm not trying to stab you. No, Nightly J Prince has been talking a fuckload more than the rest of us.
It's not even him. It's Nightish. It's not him.
No, I know. I was telling Nightish, like, no, J Prince has been talking a lot more than everybody else. Not saying this is a stab, Jay. But anyway, yeah, there's a fuckload of this stuff. There's mountains of these issues, and it's impacting the Black community a lot more. And that's what these studies are trying to show, right? And there's been studies done, like I was trying to tell you, by the Black community, so that there is like trying to remove certain biases from people who are like you're saying, like European influence, all this other stuff. So these things are true. I'm not trying to suggest that it's not. And
So
yes,
let me
it's
just
also
say
true that it
Let me
doesn't
say
really
this.
happen to most women. Go ahead,
In the
Shel, sorry.
healthcare system, just alone in my own anecdotal situation, I've been to the hospital many times being sick, and I've been treated. I literally one year had surgery earlier that day. 6 hours later, I was back in the ER in a lot of pain. These people did not give me not even a Tylenol because of reasons that he's talking about, bias. So it must be that this Black lady either A, is strong enough to take it, or B, she's exaggerating what's going on with her, which also contributes to that mortality rate that we were talking about, where Black women show up fully pregnant, love you, boo, fully pregnant, saying, I need to go in, something's wrong, and they don't listen because, again, they think you can take it, you're strong enough to do it, or you exaggerating your pain. And
Or the big one.
Either dying or their fetus dies, their baby dies. So if you really want to have an honest conversation, have a conversation about that problem and not about, what about these people that
Hold
are
on.
with it? What
Hold
about
on, can we
go ahead.
Can we have Nightish speak? Let's give the
go
floor
ahead,
to
Nightish.
Nightish.
No, they want to punish me. I'm just gonna be quiet. And take
No,
it.
Nightish, speak
Hey,
your
no,
piece.
he said it, deal. He said it, deal.
No, white man, shut up. These abusive
He said
ass
it,
Black
deal.
women sit up here and do this to a light-skinned man is diabolical. I'm offended. I'm appalled. And I can't. This motherfucker won't even thicken up
Hey, loving
the abuse I've been taking up here today. This white man is just saying anything.
You've been quietly. How
But
dare
the
he
Black
say
women,
that
Black women, this is why I say the Black women was sitting up there agreeing. They was up there every time a white man speak, everything he says, she do not combat it. All Black men come up here and say, let me get this out, creative.
Okay.
When Black men come up here and say stuff, you always want to do research. You Google it. You try to say where your source. You combat it. But this white man come up here and say stuff. You
JP.
You not sitting up here calling him a lie. You not sitting up here fact checking or nothing.
He just supported JP and what he said, and he can't even exceed that.
Exactly.
But you can hear me when I was saying it though.
JP, you came up here and had a whole monologue about
saying it.
JP, you came up here and had a whole monologue about religion for 35 minutes, and I didn't say one word. So let's
because you was in agreement. But what I'm saying is you combat me.
I did not agree with you. I didn't agree with you or creative. Y'all were having a whole love fest about nature and religion and
you said that I said the same thing as that white man, but when I was saying it, you was challenging my thoughts on it.
Are you really right now about to be mad and sad because
I'm not mad. But what I'm saying is you decide to go to Google and all this other stuff, and you let him be disingenuous with the conversation. He brought up isolated incidents to illustrate the autonomy and going women choosing back and forth.
I'm gonna call you a ambulance. Stop whining. You're okay.
No, that's not okay because it's detrimental to our Black race. Because every time a white man come up here and say something, when a Black man said, you give him all the challenges in the world. Then for the white man to go through all of this to be agreeing with what I'm saying, now you sit up there fully attentive and sit up there respectful of what he. So everything I said, you have to get it from a white man, and you like.
I didn't.
You're gonna tell me he's right, JP. He repeated what I said.
He is right. Because you know why? Just like when he said, well, I'll go get some information about a Black study done by Black people. There's a whole Black lady that's a whole ass doctor that went on, she's on a whole TV show about Black mortality. All of her patients are Black women who are pregnant. And she talks about the same exact thing. You think she's just getting this from nowhere? You think she's making up how many of her patients die from being Black and pregnant? and not having
That's not what I'm saying. I'm going on a deeper level.
I know what you're
saying is
trying
black
to
women
do.
been having babies for millions of years.
Yes,
So
and they
if
have.
anything-
And
if
guess what else
anything-
women were doing for millions of years? Dying in childbirth.
what I'm saying is, if anything,
That's a
right?
fact. Let's not
So
do that.
if anything, we're not going to make that the issue because it's extremely minority. Because clearly, we got billions of black women. We have billions of black women for millions of years at reproducing, right?
All women have.
Black women to God. So you basically saying that God created black women to have to face death every pregnancy.
I never said that.
Basically, what this white man saying.
I never said that. He didn't say that either. Stop it.
Supported your
Nobody
argument.
said that.
I'm confused. He supported your argument, and now you arguing for what? What are you arguing?
He doesn't even understand that I supported his argument, and I'm agreeing with the
Black men always, right, but black men, right, but the only time blacks get believed if a white man vouch it. If you would have said something totally different, she would never believe me.
JP, he was saying the same thing you were saying.
Right, but if he would have been in a disagreement,
your argument and you still mad. What are you talking about?
Exactly. He just went more in depth.
It's just crazy that you pull up research.
What are you talking about?
Chanel, you pull up research to debunk what I was saying until a white man said it, and now it's confirmed.
Oh my God! Hold on, wait. I don't. First of all, let me be very clear. I didn't need to pull up that research. It's something I already know to be a fact. I pulled it up so that you wouldn't think I was being biased. Because all you was gonna say is, "Where did you get that from?" That's what you were gonna say.
So the people that got ill intentions for black women in birthing, right?
I'm not about to fight with
you.
you.
Have to go home, Chanel. So the people that have ill intentions, basically committing a K word against black women babies, right? This is why I don't understand how black folks think, bro. Why is you going to the white race? Not even him, but just in general. We got to go to Google and pull up researches and stuff. And those black people regurgitate some shit they didn't heard, right? So what I'm saying is, every time when stuff like this happen, we trust white folks too. Black men don't. Black women trust white folks too goddamn much.
Let me ask you this. If Mr. McKinnon was a black man, would you have listened?
Yes, because I think his intentions would have been totally different.
What do you think?
My intentions? Oh my God!
See, this is crazy.
I think that he pushing an agenda where he pushing off the agenda. He pushing off a racist agenda, basically trying to prevent black women from reproducing. No. And as long as he maintains
about black people, we were talking about. Everybody pause. JP, I told you from the beginning, and I reiterated. I said this is about autonomy, and let me explain what autonomy is. It just means that you get to make a unilateral decision, which means one person gets to make the decision. That's all autonomy means. It means you don't have to get permission from other people to do something. That's
but we were talking about death, of babies' death and stuff. That's not autonomy.
No, we played a video, and I asked you guys what y'all thought about what the lady was saying in the video. But it's about a person being able to have autonomy, meaning unilaterally making a decision about what happens.
So why did you let him bring up women having death doing babies? Because that's not about autonomy.
Yes,
no, my point was about autonomy.
It's not
saying if
majority of women is not dying. No, we was talking about pro-choice. We weren't talking about
autonomy
incidents.
We were talking about autonomy. I even brought it back and said this conversation isn't about that. I said this conversation is about somebody having autonomy, and that's why I asked you about
pro-choice.
No, it's about autonomy. It's about somebody.
If you can have the baby or not.
Let me explain it to you again. Let me explain it to you again, because I think me playing the video made you think that that's what this conversation was solely about.
You said autonomy.
Autonomy is about someone being able to do something unilaterally, making their one decision on their own. So, for example, in my job, I have autonomy. Oh my goodness. It has nothing to do with my reproductive system or nothing like that. What it says is Chanel gets to do X. Nobody makes a schedule for me. Nobody does any of that. I make
That's pro-choice. You can choose what you want to do.
It's a choice, but I'm not saying
you can choose what you want to do.
I'm talking about this. Okay, let me stop yelling. I'm talking about as it relates to someone's body. I'm not talking about whether or not somebody can reproduce or not produce. I'm saying if you decide that you want, if Chanel, if Creative decide, or no, Nightish, if Nightish,
don't put my name in it.
If he decided he no longer wants man boobs,
not me,
and he wanted to go
now
get his man boobs produced,
the hatred, the elder abuse that takes place on this goddamn
right.
channel. You are not gonna make me have no man boobs or choose when to have some man boobs.
That's all. That's all. That's autonomy. That's
I've been abusive up here already anyway.
No, I gotta give Chanel some pushback.
Go ahead, pushback.
Because wouldn't pro-choice be part of body autonomy for women?
Yes.
Okay, so
but it's not the only part of autonomy.
It's not the only. So what Jay Prince does, what he's saying is right. Jay
I'm
Prince.
fully understanding what Jay Prince is saying, but what I'm saying, and I was only saying this, is that this is not about that. It's about having he left. I didn't know.
No, he got another camera.
No, my computer just shut down.
Oh, look at God. Now, Jay Prince, you started out talking about you don't know about God, and that we got Mother Earth, and we need to sit on the ground, and all of this.
I just think that y'all act so weird. Like I think that y'all sit up here, y'all let these white people come up here and spew out some stuff.
Okay, let me be.
I just offended you.
We're not
offended you against Chanel.
And why did you do that?
We're not going to do the white man versus the black man. We're not doing.
Well, he is a white man. Why not? We can't tell the truth. The obvious.
Hold on.
You sound like you
just talk about.
He's a white man.
JP, you can talk about his argument. His race is irrelevant.
Yeah.
His race is not irrelevant when he brought up bias. He's part of the race that has bias.
JP, if I was sitting on a panel full of white people, I don't need them to attack me and say, we're not going to sit up here and let this black woman say something. It's irrelevant that I'm black.
But if you talking about freedom fighting, if you talking about civil rights, your race going to come up.
We're not talking
about that.
We're talking about autonomy. It don't have nothing to do with it.
I understand that, but so when he was bringing up I know y'all don't see color no more, even though y'all don't color in the equation. But what I'm saying is, you got to understand when people don't have your best interest. So yes, how you know that this man is not continue to come up here to put some propaganda? Did I finish my statement? You let the white man speak.
Do you have my best interest, JB?
No, you let the white man speak.
Go ahead, finish your subject, and then Mr. McKinnon, I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
Right. So only time I get to go when you let him go to make it look like you being fair.
Really? You've been talking the majority of the time.
There wasn't nobody else up here but y'all two then.
But you still, that doesn't disprove what I'm saying. You still been talking the majority of the time. So go ahead and finish your statement.
Hold on, my internet's gonna come on.
I can't.
Go ahead, Mr. McKinnon.
Okay. So I know that this is gonna get like reversed.
Okay, I'm back. Hold on once. So how do you know that this man is not continuing the propaganda that they've been having on black women forever in the reproduction system? They always have been using black women as breeding and studying black.
Let me tell you how I know.
Can I finish my statement? What the fuck?
Okay. I thought you was asking a question.
You can't make these arguments.
I thought you was asking a question. Sorry, go ahead.
So how we know, right? So how we know? Because at the end of the day, they always been trying to keep the main person that really got autonomy of a black woman's womb is the whites. And so what they do is come up with many different stuff and strategies to prevent. They come up with many. It's a reason why, right? When black women used to have.
Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop freaking lying.
Chocolate Earth, if you don't come on this panel right now.
Oh man, no, this shit is, man.
JB.
Hey man, fuck man. All right, I'm finna deal.
With you doesn't mean.
Man, I'm not finna suck no white man dick. I'm telling you.
Who asking you to do anything for
Because you're not disrespecting him, but you disrespecting me though.
How are we disrespecting you?
The minute I was talking, you put on a video, and then Chocolate's talking a whole lot of cash money ass shit, and you want her to come up here to disrupt and be disrespectful. Then if I disrespect the bitch back, you gonna tell me, no, JP, we ain't doing that.
Hold on, wait. First of all, Chocolate comes to our channel almost every single day. So that's why.
But you want to come up here to get disrespectful.
No, I don't.
That's all she come up here every time she see me. I don't even think about the bitch.
Hold on. This is stop calling her out her name, JP. This is very interesting to me. Are you scared of this black woman?
No motherfuckers be want to have a conversation. No motherfucker got time for no stupid ass shit, for no corny ass motherfucking chick.
JP, what are you scared of?
This guy needs
Bro, stop saying that I'm scared. Now you just been antagonistic now.
No,
you patronizing me at this point. No, you are patronizing me at this point. You know damn well I'm not scared of that chick.
Okay, so let me just say this.
I'm still trying to have a convo. You trying to patronize me and shit.
Hey, Prince, come here.
Hold on. If you're going to use that word patronize and I'm patronizing you, then what are you doing to her?
No, but I don't even think about the chick until you want her to come up here so she can be antagonistic.
I like her, just like I like
so she can be antagonistic towards me.
Oh my god.
I just read the comments in her chat, in the chat, so you know what type of time she on.
Comments. I just know that she's in the chat. I ain't even reading the comments.
I don't care about that chick.
Well, here's the thing: if you don't care, then
but every time I get ready to speak, I get cut the fuck up. But when that white man talk, you be.
Oh my god, JP, I'm gonna let you.
She's cut me off too. She's cut me off multiple times and told me to.
So all I'm saying is you don't know he trying to maintain the propaganda against black women. Population control still exists. They still, by his own admission, they still doing little stuff to prevent and making black women pay severe consequences for reproducing yourself. And the mere fact that you're going to allow these white people to make you stop reproducing, and they have. So black women used to have 10 babies. Black women used to have 10 plus babies. Then it went to 3, and now y'all not even having babies. Look at yourself.
You got it. So let me just ask you this then. Who do you think, if it's the white man's agenda, isn't the white people, aren't they in control of the government?
Yes.
So aren't they the ones that are putting these laws in place saying that we're not allowed to abort?
Yes.
So then how are they controlling us at all? If they're saying you can't do it.
You just said.
No, they're saying that I can't do it. So then I should have to reproduce, right? So just make it make sense.
I think they see more black women with other races. I think they add in it's the goalposts need to be changed.
Stay on this street. Don't go to the next street.
I can't. One because white women have been infecting. Because white women is
no. Let's stay on this.
White women start getting a lot of Planned Parenthoods.
JP, let's stay in line. You just said white people run the government, right? They're the ones in charge. You also agreed that they're the ones that make the laws that say we cannot abort the baby. That's what you said. You agreed with me. So if that's the case, how could they also then be in a conspiracy to force us to abort babies?
That I don't know. I think that we need. Hold on. Before you just write them off like they good people, I think that you need to really I think that we need to do further information.
Opposite. What are you?
Right. So what I'm saying is, I think before you just write them off like they are good people, because it seems like black women is very shallow. So that man, can I ever finish? Chanel, can I finish? What I'm saying is before you just write them off to be good people and they done change, they ain't racist no more. I think that we need to figure out, do more digger research and get more information, dig more deeper, and see the real agenda before you just write them off like they good people.
You just said we can't use the white man's research. Now you want us to use the white man's research. Make it make sense.
You're not hearing nothing. What I'm saying is before you write the white man off like they are good people, I'm saying the agenda still could be something. You got to research their agenda on why is they allowing to prevent black women from making babies, right? So you don't know they probably want you to die in those pregnancies. You don't know that they are creating environments where if you do get pregnant, you might die. So if you do get pregnant, they might want to see you dead.
Okay, so which one is it? Is it they're creating situations to where black women can't have babies, or are they creating situations to where they want black women to have babies? They just gonna kill them when they get to the operating room when they have.
I think it could be. I think two of them could exist at the same time. I think the agenda is
would that be going against their whole plan?
No, what I'm saying is they want y'all to not have babies, but now, like this white man said, y'all 3 times more to get die when you keep trying to be funny and you're not funny.
I'm not.
So let me finish my fucking point. You let the white man do it all day.
The disrespect is not called for. Come on.
It's not.
Well, fuck it then. You don't want niggas to talk. Don't bring niggas up.
What are you talking about?
I want to blame.
You don't do this to this white motherfucker when he speaks.
JP, I need you to stop. Like,
I'm for the dip. Fuck this weak ass shit. Y'all go with that weak ass fag ass shit.
Thank you for coming by, JP. Next week on the JP show.
I want to blame Creative and Chanel for giving him the opportunity to be the star of the show tonight when everything he was saying was damn near game goofy. But shout out to the shout outs. It's a colorism thing over here.
Colorism.
He was a chocolate man, so let the chocolate man just babble.
We gave him a chance to speak, so he can't say that we did not.
We did. He been up here
for
3 hours, and he been up here for at least an hour and a half.
I felt like I was trying to be pretty cordial. I was trying to even give him an olive branches. Like, dude, I agree with you.
Neither one of them mustache connect to their beard. So why y'all listening? His mustache don't connect to his beard. Jay Prince mustache don't connect to his beard.
Hey, Mahogany.
Hi, sweeties. Hi, everyone. I know I have to cam up. I'm not going to stay long. Y'all, listen, do not feel bad about dropping him. I have seen him. He always gets swole up in the neck when it comes to black women. I don't have nothing against Jay Prince, even though we done had our little spat. Shout out to Simp God, because, we did our little 1-2, honey. Hey, boo. But we let the shit go. But the point is, Jay Prince got an issue. He really do. He be getting too aggressive with black women. I'm going to be honest. He got an issue. Now, I don't know if this is the same. I'll be respectful, Caucasian man. But there was a Caucasian man, honey, that Jay Prince was running around town, honey, kissing ass. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand why he over here all swole up in the neck with this man.
Talking about it. He was in the panel talking about he get his government assistance.
Sure was. Well, listen, I don't want no special treatment. If I'm gonna come up here, I'm a cam up. But I'm getting ready, so I might come up and cam up and join the conversation. Nightish, I am gonna check you out. Be nice to me this time, Nightish, honey. They used to be so mean to me, y'all, because they didn't know me. All right, bye-bye.
Hey, Irby. Thank you, Miss Mahogany. Hey, Irby. Woo, that was a whole battle, y'all. I was trying my best not to battle, but JP just bring it out of you sometimes.
You love
Mr. McKinnon, have you ever seen JP
love it
in action?
Nope, that was the first. That was the first.
That's why you did. That's why that happened. I was like, I'm not gonna try to bias him and say anything. I'm just let it happen, and it happened. So there it is.
No, I was like,
shout out to Jay Prince for president. I like JP.
Shout out to him.
He has his faults and all of that, but I still think he's entertaining. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was trying, man. Like, I mean, I understand I did come at him hostile at the very beginning, like that. So I will take that on myself. I did that, but I was also trying to like fix it, tell him like,
goodness, get to the effing point.
Shut up, Nightish.
You're right, Nightish. I'm sorry.
Nightish is just a troll. Nightish, why do you do this? I don't understand. You come to our channel just so you can talk shit.
I don't. I be trying my best to wait through this long
when we go to his channel,
dreary.
Don't talk over anybody, y'all.
Right.
Have you ever been dropped creative?
What? Yeah. Hit the cash app, Nightish.
Wait. Creative. I dropped you before. I dropped you before, creative.
No, you haven't.
I don't treat you like a princess when you come over there.
Yeah, you do.
Just shut your motherfucking mouth.
You walked in the door. You walked right into that door, sweetheart. You did.
Right, that's your regular.
I'm about to drop Nightish. Hold on for free.
The J Price is in the fucking comments. So wait, don't leave it till she's not gonna talk. Oh my god. Really, because Nightish started talking Jay Prince and I shut up. Because I actually, when someone starts speaking, I don't play the talk over somebody.
No, it's all good. I think this was a very heated debate. I knew it would be when I put body rights, and when I played that video, I knew it would be, because this subject matter about women's rights has been super divisive since the beginning of time. Since women were able to make that decision to abort the mission, people feel like they had a right to tell us what to do. Specifically, people who can't even get pregnant feel like they have the right to tell us what to do.
Talk about it.
So that was my point. That was what I was trying to explain to him. Like, it's if you're gonna force them into this situation, you need to be under the same risk level, right? That's the only scenario where I'm like, well, if they're going to be in danger, you need to be in danger too. And I feel like if you did that, these guys would wisen up and straighten up about autonomy and the whether or not they want to carry the, like, I'm trying not to use language.
Yeah, the A word.
Yeah, but
if they want to abort the mission, you can.
Yeah,
use
they would wise up instantly. Like, well, hold on, like, guys, like, we don't have to go through this. If she wants to,
exactly.
Like, I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm. But it's not something that the male will ever really fully understand. I think it takes a lot. It takes up almost a whole year of your life to create another life. You know what I mean? And I don't agree with the aborting the mission. I definitely don't agree with it. But I believe that people should have the right to do whatever they want to their body. And I do think that it is, one of those things that, it's going to be for the remainder of time. It's always going to be a debate, no matter what. It's never going to be, because there's always going to be people who are for it. There's always going to be people who are in the middle, and there's always going to be people who are staunchly against it. And I respect all points of view.
But it should solely be responsible for the person who actually carrying a life, right? That should be the final say.
I think to a certain extent. But I would never tell someone what to do with their body. I wouldn't, because I don't want someone to tell me what to do with mine. So, but I've worked with child welfare, especially young adults aging out of foster care for many years. And listen, a lot of them end up pregnant. And so for me to be like, oh, you shouldn't, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just tell them all their options. You can continue to have the child. There are resources to help you. You could give it up for adoption. There are still resources to help you with paying for that. But there is this other option over here. If that's the option you want to take, here are the resources and access to it. That's all I'm going to do. My job is not to judge you. My job is not to tell you what you need to do. My job is not to tell you you're wrong for doing it. My opinion is one thing, but that's not my job. So I just feel like people should be allowed to make a decision about their body.
Daryl Long, you right here. Why don't you talk to Mr. McKinnon? You talking all this in the chat.
There's a lot of over talking and like pausing and shit, and I get frustrated, so I don't be having time for that. I much rather, like, in the chat, nobody can interrupt you or play fucking clips and shit. But no, I said what I said in the chat. If there's a debate, then have it.
Oh, Jay Prince says, when can Daryl speak?
Right now, he got the floor. Nobody's stopping him.
Well,
I didn't ask for the floor, right? My arguments was made in the chat, where the chat is open, right? The chat is open for a reason. But did anybody have a problem with anything I said? Any argument that I made?
Can I address it?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr.
Sure.
Okay. This isn't a dig. I'm just saying there's a couple. I'm trying to go through the ones.
Sure.
You said men can't be in danger from having a baby. False correlation. That's my point. Like, they're not at risk when the decision of carrying the child through is on the table. So my point isn't men, aren't in danger. My point is that if you're going to put women, you're going to force them into the situation where death is a possibility, a well-recorded possibility. My point is that put them in the same danger. You have to do it in a different way, right? Which is why I gave the analogy of a wheel, where most answers are no. But if you, just by happens chance, it says yes, you're going to get shot, right? Do I want that? Of fucking course not. I'm just saying, like, if the argument isn't that men naturally are in danger from child murder. My point is that they're not in danger, so they don't make decisions that are from that perspective like women do when they talk about it, right? So to give them to understand that that frame of mind that they are in when they talk about bodily autonomy, you have to be in danger. So the example was putting them in danger, right? To where if it lands on yes, and she lived, lands on yes, then you're the one who dies, because there is a chance that she dies. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I want that. I'm not saying that's what we should do. I think men should just realize women should have autonomy. That's all I was saying.
No, the reason why it was a bad argument is because if you do any research about why, for example, Donald Trump and the Supreme Court signed Roe v. Wade, it had nothing to do with men specifically removing autonomy. As a matter of fact, if you actually do a sort of research, you find out that mostly women were supportive of Donald Trump, and more women supported Donald Trump under this voting under this presidency than the last time, right? Under this term than the last time. And women like Megyn Kelly, women like Tomi Lahren, right? Most of these are conservative white women, and they are the ones that are supporting it. So, I mean, that's why I say it's a bad argument, because it's easy to say, oh yeah, look at all these men that want to take all the women's rights away. When if you read the research, it was actually more women who were trying to take women's rights away. Then when you combine that with the fact that this is a Christian nation, and you combine religious beliefs and all the rest of this different stuff, it always go back to one specific group of people. That was my point.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I mean, yeah, there's a fuckload of women that are also on that side of the fence, right? And but the argument I'm making isn't for because that's another issue, is like when a woman says that. There's a lot of other issues. Mainly that tends to be when the child is like alive, right? My thing is that was just an argument for men. Like when a man starts trying to get into this conversation, you're not at risk. Now, but you're right. Yeah, there's a fuckload of women that are also doing it too. And a lot of them also voted for Trump and all this other bullshit. So you're not wrong.
Was that it?
I mean, well,
that's the only point that you disagree with?
No, I mean, when you said like white men have black women biggest threat in the medical community, like yeah, that's absolutely true.
To this day, right?
Yeah.
What are you hold on, Nice? What are you currently doing to make sure that when women like Chanel and Creative go to the hospital, that they get treated like white women?
You asked Nidus that, right?
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
I'm sorry. I thought you said Nidus at the beginning. What'd you say?
Oh, he told me to shut up.
What have you been currently doing as a white male to better the medical biases against black women? What role have you taken outside of YouTube panels? That's my question.
So I donate, right? Like the End Black Maternity Morality Consortium. They're over in New York. I donate with them a lot. Also, I do documentaries. Now, I haven't done one in a fucking while, and a lot of the documentaries I'm about to do right now are going to be more business related. But I did one, as another, because I'm mainly concerned with the minority communities in America, like with Anjali Thomas. This was in Sherman, Texas, and it's not about women in the hospital. I know. I'm just trying to paint a bigger picture, like, 'cause I can't do everything all at once. There's too many causes and too many issues. But I try to do what I can. Like with Anjali Thomas, that was a profoundly racist fucking jury. A lot like what happened with Carmelo Anthony, and
have you contacted black leaders about this? No. I.e., like a Ben Crumb, medical leaders, people that we can say, yeah, this white man, he's on our site, came to us, because donating, that's like giving money to basically to the white man, right? Like if you give money to the Trump Foundation 10 years ago in New York, that all went to Trump. You can ask New Yorkers, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like when I think about doing something, I'm thinking about like if I was to ask Malcolm X, right, back in the day, what have you done for black people? He wouldn't say, I donated to the Nation of Islam and shit. He actually talk about what they're doing, right? And I think that there's so many different organizations, right? Grassroots organizations, foot on the ground organizations that basically get ignored, right? And then people will give people credit like you for saying shit like what you just said. Well, I donated, right? But if I can go to the South Side of Chicago right now and say, hey, how good are the donations that this fucking white guy is giving to you guys? Or I can say, what about Jesse Jackson when he was walking through Chicago? What about Barack Obama when he was a senator here walking through Chicago and his wife, right? Being the fact that she's a Southside native. That's what I'm asking. What are you genuinely doing? Are you protesting? Right? Are you putting your job on the line? Are you putting your face on the line? Are you going to hospitals and saying, yeah, I'm not leaving until black women being treated better than everybody else, or at the very least equally? Or do you spend more time doing stuff like this, smiling at black women's faces, acting like an ally, but don't really have anything to show for it? That's what I'm really trying to figure out. I mean, I don't mind it if you want to be a gentleman and smitten the black women, be my fucking guest. But when it comes to allyship, are you really one or are you not? That's what I'm wondering. I'm not JP, I'm not Knightish.
I've done multiple.
What the fuck did you say my name for, Daryl? You
I just want
calm
him to
down, you
understand that.
alien, you villain. I'm better than you.
Okay, Knightish.
I've done multiple protests, and I have, like the documentary work was just not entirely on black attorney. Like I said, you cannot, even with you, you cannot expect one person to just be doing that entirely, right? Like they're like every single fucking second, the best thing to do is try to find a couple causes that you can lock in on, and stick with it, which for me was a lot of the criminal justice stuff, right? But when I was with FEMI, which is a company which was a black minority women owned business, and everyone who worked there was black women, right? I was the only man and was the only white person there, right? And so I was going through them. We did a lot of content that was specifically about the menstrual cycle and a lot of the toxic things that happen with women and the black women and feminine hygiene, which leads to a lot of these different cases, which also leads to birth defects. And so I wrote a lot of different papers on it. One big project we were trying to do was actually get in front of Congress, with this company, right? But I can't do everything. I do what I can when I can. But again, the main focus that I have is the criminal justice system and how that's working with black community. But I mean, there's been multiple times where if I see that opportunity, like in help with FEMI, I'm all over it, And then what the least I can do, is donate. So I mean, that happens pretty consistently. That's the main way. And I try to vet the organizations, like the Consortium for Black Maternal Mortality Rate. Donating to them pretty consistently, and that is a black-run organization.
Whose channel is it on?
Okay, and these are the most important questions right here. I'm gonna ask you moving forward. Oh, my bad, Night. I didn't mean to take over. Go ahead.
No, Chanel. Okay, so yeah, put some color in the chat, McKinnon.
Put some what?
Color in the chat.
He's saying donate to the Cash App. That's what he's saying. You too, Knightish.
I'm a nigga. All I got is EBT. I give you. Yeah. I got EBT. Do you accept EBT?
No, I don't. I can't take EBT to the bank. Okay, stop.
But I want to make one.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And just so I can address Chocolate comments too. So Chocolate, I definitely know, Chocolate, that most black women and black men did not vote for Trump. If everybody knows the stats, that I think 80 to 90% of black men and black women voted for Kamala, right? To no avail.
Yep.
But the main point that I like to bring up is usually when I meet guys like you, sir, a lot of times you guys can run down a list of things that you're doing, but it don't really have impact in the same ways that somebody like a Charlie Kirk has, right? And I believe that it's because you're hold on. I wasn't finished speaking. I didn't ask you a question. I was still speaking. The only thing you should be doing right now is listening. That's it.
Hold on, respect. Please respect. Everybody respect.
Okay.
That was respect.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, usually when I meet individuals like you, they would say stuff like, man, I've donated to Black Lives Matter, the fucking YMCAA, NAACP, and every other black organization they protested. Can't name the organization they protested with. Can't name the black leaders they protested beside. But they did all these different things. And they usually, when I get to this point, I say, well, what results have it yielded? Well, none yet. And then I'm only one guy. But then Charlie Kirk, right? I meet guys like him, meet guys like Steven Crowder over the years, and those guys have far more influence than the guys like yourself. And I believe it's because more guys like yourself think like Charlie Kirk and think like Donald Trump and think like Steven Crowder. If you don't know how those guys think, I'll remind you. Charlie Kirk said that Black women were completely incapable of doing management jobs because that they were not educated and too slow, and DEI helped them, despite us knowing by research that DEI helped white women, specifically poor, uneducated white women, more than anybody else. So my question to you now, since you want to speak, is what are you doing to combat men like Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk, who, as you know, has tremendous influence? What are you doing about stuff like that?
Well, actually, on Monday, I have a meeting with a district, person who's running for Congress in Connecticut, who is absolutely trying to, bleed out all the MAGA and racist fucking people in office in their local territory. The local side is where a lot of this stuff is going to have the biggest impact, not just the presidency. And so I'm helping their campaign right now. They're going to have a meeting with me to set up on how they can have the largest reach and everything. So I mean, there's that. And again, it sounds like you're saying, why don't I have Charlie Kirk level influence?
No, it's not. And you don't need to ask what I'm saying. I'm saying right here, you can just ask me. My point is, usually guys like you don't have that influence because the other guys don't respect what you're saying. I mean, the other white guys with the power to make the laws, the power to do the influence, they respected Charlie. That's why he got as far as that he got, right? He's going to be, his legacy is going to mean more in depth than yours is while you're breathing alive right now, talking to us on the panel. Because, right, the people who look like you, they believe in more of what he believed in. And I'm in Illinois right now. Charlie was born in Illinois, in Wheeling, Illinois. They love Charlie, right? If we really, really, really pull all the bullshit and pull the curtains beside, most of white people, especially white men in power, would never think like you.
What was the last part you broke up?
If you can go to other powerful, hold on, sir. I'm almost done. I know you want to be like JP. As I tried to tell you 5 minutes ago, I'm not the nigga.
I couldn't hear you. I said you broke up a little bit.
Then turn your volume up, because everybody else can hear, right? And if you can't hear, then wait till I'm done, rewind it, right? But don't interrupt. You heard me enough to interrupt, though. Nevertheless, like I was saying, men like you are inconsequential to our movement because you don't do shit except smitten Black women, right? And then talk about meetings, but have no fucking results. Meanwhile, niggas like Charlie, he's getting presidents elected, right? Influencing young men, young white men, to vote against Black women autonomy, to vote for people like Carmelo Anthony to be lynched, to vote for people like Jake Lang, right? To be fucking pardoned from January 6th situations where people die, right? Because
So we're giving our final thoughts.
Yeah, look at
our final thoughts. I would like to say this. I think that is extremely the best
for
thing,
fucking years. And all I'm saying is,
hold on, Daryl, because we're giving our final thoughts. I think that the best
same thing Jay Prince said, child.
I think that the best thing that any of us can do, especially since most of us, one person, one individual, is very difficult for one individual to have a big impact. It's not saying that it can't happen, because not Donald Trump, but Barack Obama definitely in my mind and in my life had a very big impact. But I think the best thing we can all do is educate ourselves, right? Because education, if it spreads and if it's good education, is verifiable education, then we can have some change in the world. No matter what side you on, no matter what you believe or don't believe, that's the best way to do anything, is to move with smart, informed decisions, make good choices. That's what I think about all of it. I think we had
That's
a good.
not acknowledging anything. You cut me off to acknowledge nothing I said. That's actually disrespectful.
No, I didn't cut you off. Your
you did cut me off.
Your connection was messed up.
Yeah, you were
froze, man.
My bad, for sure.
So, but anyway, we were giving our final thoughts, and my final thought is, I think education is the best way. But I think that this was a good conversation. We had some yelling and going on, you know what I'm saying, some nonsense that jumped off, but that's to be expected in a heated debate. about something that's always going to have a heated debate. I think I said that earlier. It's always going to have a heated debate. There's always going to be heated debate around race. There's always going to be a heated debate around homelessness, around gay people, around all of the topics that we didn't even no we did. We got to everything. We did body rights,
Yeah, we did everything.
bathrooms, and should couples still use birth control?
Yeah, and gender.
Oh, did we?
Can I get my final thoughts right quick?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
So
hold on before you do it, or don't be disrespectful, JP.
no.
Okay.
So I think when you say it, we should get education, even though regarding the race, I think that's the big major issue, because you trying to remove, and when you remove race from education, you can easily fall back to the education that was given to us by our oppressors, and especially yielding around these type of topics. Why in the world, as Black people, you trust anything that comes from people that already have showed you exhibits and also have showed you that they done everything to harm you? So race does play a big factor when it comes to being led out of ignorance. I don't think the education that Black folks has been receiving from a Eurocentric understanding or the system led us out of ignorance. In fact, it led us more ignorant than led us out of ignorance. So yes, race does play when it comes to receiving information. I would not want to trust nobody that always have had my worst intentions at heart. Why in the world? This is why I don't understand people that so-called got an education from a Eurocentric system that was also taught critical thinking, but when it comes to stuff like this, you do not apply your critical thinking when it yielded towards against your oppressors. Maybe because they don't want to stamp your intelligence, call it a degree, and you ran with it and gave you a title to celebrate and talk down on your very man that you was created by, and that you somehow got more distrust from the man that you was actually created by, and you place all of that trust that to the men that created these systems where Black women die in the birth, Black women get raped by them, Black women or Black race in general, right? So I guess you put your trust in the devil. I'm Jay Prince for president of United Negro Nation of the Black House, and I approve that message.
Okay.
Thank you. You know what, Chanel? I think we should have a conversation on people judging other people.
We should.
Yeah, this was a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
You know, people misjudging, mischaracterizing, and saying slick shit.
Correct. And for no reason, really unwarranted. But I don't remember ever saying that I was trusting anybody. I didn't say I trusted the white man, the Black man, the white woman, the Black woman, the Asian woman. I ain't say none of that. That never came out of my mouth. We just talking about a topic. It's just an opinion. That's all it is. But my opinion is better than your opinion, JP. Sorry. Not sorry. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you're never gonna knock me off my block. It's just not gonna happen. I'm intelligent. Deal with it. It's what it is. You're not gonna be able to run me off and knock me off my block, especially if you're saying things like education.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not gonna be able to do it with that. But shout out to JP. Nidish, you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I think both of y'all is racist. Creative Solutions and Chanel. Y'all sit up here and let this white man who mustache won't connect to his beard talk all that time, and that cockroach from the projects and Milwaukee or wherever he come from, his mustache don't connect either. Why y'all let them talk so damn long? I believe it was racist, it was ageism, and y'all don't like light-skinned people. I'll just keep it right there.
There's something wrong with you, Nidish. Thank you, Nidish.
Hey, but creative when you come in my channel, I'm gonna sexually harass you. Bye.
Hit the cash app for all the people disturbing the peace. Mr. McKinnon, you have any final thoughts?
I think I've caused enough trouble by accident.
I like what you had to say, because I think it was grounded. You know what I'm saying? You were asked some difficult questions, and I think you handled them well. So good on you. Good on you.
That's right.
You also are very passionate too. But I think you were very passionate because you never encountered Mr. JP. The first time I encountered Mr. JP, I had the same exact fire, and I got kicked off the panel. They kicked me off the panel, and I'm his same color. Be very clear. Kicked me all the way off the panel. They was like, "No, she's saying something," because I'm like, "How y'all letting this man come up here and be disruptive and cuss people out and say women deserve to get beat the hell out of them and all this kind of stuff, saying all kind of reckless shit?" And they kicked me off. I was like, "Yo, what is happening?" But I realized that, you're gonna have a battle with JP. That's what's gonna happen. If you stay on a panel long enough with him, he's gonna battle with you. And
I would say this: if you know a lot about JP, you wouldn't even take it personal
at all.
No, I don't take it personal.
Less than 0%. Because he'll be back next time, and it'll be, we'll be laughing and joking, and then he'll tell us about how as black women, it is what it is. I don't care, and you can't. I hope you personally don't care. I hope you don't. I don't think you do.
No.
But what are you? Because I think you told us last time you're not white, or are you white? I can't remember.
Well, I told you, I don't fight it so much because, look at my fucking skin. But I'm actually only a quarter white. I'm Plinkett. We're up in Alaska, we're extremely old people, not as old as, black people where life originated and everything, but, we're extremely old, on this specifically this continent and everything. But yeah, I'm only a quarter white. We're Plinkett up there. And, it just felt like, why haven't you gotten, all these, laws changed, is what started coming back. And I was like, well, I did get a black man off of death row, with Anjali Thomas, I can't save everyone, but Maury Levin, who was,
but you know what? People even right now, black people are boycotting Target because Target made all of these promises. They're going to get a black community, $2 billion, so on and so forth. And then they didn't deliver on it, especially when the man in the White House started saying about DEI, or whatever. I forget exactly. But so they basically reneged on that. And so black people was like, we ain't having it. We ain't shopping there. Now, obviously, not all black people are not shopping there, but a good majority. And it's hidden, it's showing that it's, decreasing their revenue or whatever to some degree. But people will be like, well, why are you not, boycotting Walmart and blah, 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 blah. And they go on and all the other people. But tell me what time in history did any one group of people successfully boycott multiple things? Never happened. It's probably never going to happen, not successfully. You're never going to have somebody being like, well, we're boycotting Walmart and Target and the gas station and this, that. You're not going to be able to do it successfully. You're just not. So you can only do one thing at a time in many cases, unless you have a big ass microphone or a shit ton of money and a whole lot of influence. And most likely you got to have all three of those together.
Yeah, it is a coordinated effort that has to happen. One person you can't go. I can't go to Daryl and be like, hey, how many black people did you get off of death row? Well, what the fuck? You might have gone to a protest, but can you give me a report on all the things that you've done? No, that's not the way it works. It has to be a coordinated effort. Anjali Thomas, I had to contact attorneys over, and then I made my documentary, which then eventually got to Maury, right? And she was able to,
Maury? Wow.
No, not the big show. Her name happens to be Maury.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't get that. Okay. I didn't do that much. I couldn't get there. But it got into her view on a lot of arguments, and she was actually able to show that as a third party, piece of evidence or of an argument.
Listen,
right?
I'm a whole black woman sitting on a black show, with two black women, and talking about black mortality rates amongst black women. And I'm not doing anything in the government. I haven't moved any piece of legislation or any of that. It's just a show about what's happening. And what do you guys think about it? That's all it is. None of us are really changing anything. I don't know, Creative, have you done anything to move the needle one way or the other?
No, I've done more for the military.
Right. So it's like, it doesn't really mean anything. You know what I'm saying? It's good to say, but it doesn't really mean anything. Meaning, if someone is up here talking that hot shit and saying, oh, one is going to say, well, then if you talking all that hot shit, where's your solution? What have you really done? I could understand that argument. People will do that. But it's like, if you ask me what I've done, and then I tell you what I've done, and then you attack what I tell you as if it doesn't even matter, it's like, why are you asking me to begin with then?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Well,
anybody can say you could be doing more, but I could say the same thing. I could say, oh, I could be doing more, because all kinds of weird shit happened to me in the medical field, you know, as a Black woman, not receiving care. And I was giving you guys that example. But what have I really done? I wrote the medical board for the doctor that, you know, did some of the things. I got a whole ass attorney and sued their ass, and it didn't even matter. Didn't even make a blip. What does it really matter? You know what I'm saying? So what happens? You get tired of fighting, you get tired of spending your money, you get tired of on and on and on, and so you quit and you move on. You know, I am not like Creative. I didn't go serve in the military because I ain't got the stomach for it, and I don't like nobody telling me what to do all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he also said, of course, the white man says that after I leave. Well, I mean, I said Andre Lee Thomas when you were on here, but then you started freezing, and I was just trying to ask you. And then because you froze so long, Chanel decided to end it. It's like, we didn't get to talk, but I did mention Andre Lee Thomas while you and I were talking. And like, I did mention it. I need to go into detail.
He has his own channel. So if you want to put your channel in the chat, there long, y'all can go and have that long conversation. You know, because it's a very long conversation to have, you know, but you can certainly put it in the chat, Mr. Simp God. And
but I could put it in the private chat, the name of his channel.
Daryl, I never said, hold on, he said now Chanel lying on me. I never attacked him. I didn't say you attacked him. I didn't even mention a name. So I didn't say anything. But anyway, like I said, you can go to his channel if y'all want to have that longer conversation. But that's it. That's all. Did you have any other final thoughts about anything, Mr. McKinnon?
I'm just doing my best. I'm just doing my best. And I got a job.
Don't engage.
You did good. You did good.
Yeah, you did. You held your own. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Listen, I probably would have went batshit out of my mind if I was on a panel full of a whole bunch of white men or white women. Yeah. What did you do about this? And but I probably would have tried to do my best to hold my composure and not go smooth off on their ass. So yeah. I think you did good.
Yeah,
you know you did good. Considering he was firing them off at you, like boom, 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 you know. It's all good. JP was up here yelling and screaming at me. You gonna Chanel, you gonna let this white man tell you, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, relax, JP. Like, take a chill pill, bro. Anyway, thank you for coming.
I didn't want to go in on JP, but I was about to. But that's
why I kept interceding, because I know you was about to. The whole Taurus was coming out, and I was like, just let her sit over there and be nice. I'll take it. I'll take one for the team. No, but thank you for participating. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Mr. McKinnon. Shout out to Mr. Daryl Long, Mr. JP, Loving Juju, am I saying it wrong? Loving it, Juju. Who else was in the chat? Miss Chocolate Earth was in the chat.
Gas Mask.
Hey, Mr. Gas Mask. Miss who was that came up? Miss Mahogany came up. Shout out to her. Who else? Wasn't it? Oh, It's My Time. Who was that person? They sent me a question. It's My Time. Shout out to It's My Time. Listen to what is this? Listen to Reason. Hey, Mr. Reason.
Reason. What's
up? It's like I'm black. I don't look black, but I'm black.
That guy is another. I don't know. That's
I love Reason.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and close out. Creative, do you want to close us out with some music, and then I'll hit you up backstage?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good like up the stream. Go to Creative's channel, like up her stream, like up everybody's streams in the chat, because a lot of people in the chat are content creators. Hit the like button, the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and the notifications button. And remember, everything said here is in our opinion. Okay, it's for entertainment purposes only, and it's all alleged. Let's be very clear. Go ahead, Creative. You got it.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna dub you. Like.
Are you gonna play a song? Or no?
Hold on, I'm trying to get rid of this final thoughts.
Oh, okay.
I got rid of it. Don't worry.
You a walking trophy. Girl, you a walking trophy. You a walking trophy. My girl, you a walking trophy. Yeah, your friends them a walking trophy. Tell a girl say, girl, you know say you're pretty from your band. Walk out, girl, you not try hard. Them girl, they not pretty in a real life. You're pretty from the gram, but you're pretty in a real life. Your body look good, sit right, sit right. You think don't know pussy well tight, well tight. Body clean as a cellulite, and your skin just a glow like pepper light. Smile, show you pretty dimple, your teeth white. You not feel weird, name brand for your look right. Fashion over jeans, grip the ass tight. You're pretty from the gram, but you're pretty in a real life. You a walking trophy. You a walking trophy. My girl, you a walking trophy. Tell your friends them a walking trophy. Girl, you know say you're pretty from your band. Walk out, tell you not try hard. Them girls they not pretty in a real life. You're pretty from the gram, but you're pretty in a real life. Your body look good, sit right, sit right. You think don't know pussy well tight, well tight. Body clean as a cellulite, and your skin just a glow like pepper light. You have a muggle pan some girl, some girl. Walk out pan some girl. Your skin smooth while sun burn up some girl, some girl. I want to some girl, but pretty girl nah argue with broke girl. Me well clean everything level up girl. Some of them money I crush pan Wednesday, but me live on your man mind every day, every day. So I'm gonna forget your body done, girl. You forget your body done. I know nothing if you get your body done. Forget your body done, get your body done. Some of them ugly body pop down, girl. Them body pop down. So what man if you get your body done? Forget your body done, get your body done. Girl, you know say you're pretty from your band. Walk out, girl, you not try hard. Them girls they not pretty in a real life. You're pretty from the gram, but you're pretty in a real life. Your body look good, sit right, sit right. You think don't know pussy well tight, well tight. Body clean as a cellulite, and your skin just a glow like pepper light. Girl, you're pretty in a real life. You're beautiful in a real life. And a real some girl, you know see them when them wake up. Cause them ugly without makeup. Face over beat and cake up. Them cheap can afford mark cake up. You a walking trophy. You a walking trophy. My girl, you a walking trophy. Tell your friends them a walking trophy. Girl, you know say you're pretty from your body. Walk out, girl, you not try hard. Them girls they not pretty in a real life. You're pretty from the gram, but you're pretty in a real life. Your body look good, sit right, sit right. You think don't know pussy well tight, well tight. Body clean as a cellulite, and your skin just a glow like pepper light. Me a walking trophy. Me a walking trophy. Tell a girl me a walking trophy. Me and my friend